released. Well, you can't release it until you do this quest. Like I said, like it would be nice to maybe have an NPC that helps you know where to go to kind of start it. Because nobody,
like maybe a guidebook or something.
right, nobody knows this if it wasn't for the fact that people who did alpha know how to do this.
Right.
And there's other ones like this one bird. In order to get it, it's got to be a regan. I don't know what the fuck a regan is. How do you get it?
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Perfect. Hello, most awesome Sims 2 fans, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Tipsy Mommy Shark, and today I am trying to see if I can get on the right page. I just need to be on the right page. You may need to lower the sound. All right, I can hear myself on my other phone.
I can hear you.
Perfect. Okay, we have Spotty who is on backup over there. So anyway, oops. Let's see here. I want to be able to chat with everybody. Chit chat. That's the best part of streaming. So one of the things I want you guys to know is I don't always just play regular cozy games, or Sims 2 rather. Sometimes I like to play dark, cozy things. So, aka horror. And what I wanted to do today was I wanted to play something a little bit more, I don't know, terrifying. And anyway, give me a moment. So I had been playing Heartopia and I streamed that here on the channel and I just felt that was too nice. So then I found a game by the name of Grimshire. And if you guys like to do that grindy farming thing, I love that. I think it has to do with rabies. Of it reminded me a little bit of zombies. But how can we get some terror into The Sims 2 when I'm not creating it? Like, go to MoreTipsyMommyShark and you can, my newest release, I'm burning people alive. I didn't do it on purpose, I swear. So here's a custom neighborhood that has some of what we want, some terror and woe. And it says, hello and welcome to Jasper Heights, the tragic history of Jasper Heights. By the way, this is a custom neighborhood. You can find it on Mod The Sims. Anyway, Jasper Heights has given in to its reputation as the town with a disturbing, eerie aura. Once in a thriving community, most of the town was buried under tons of water, leaving many people homeless, traumatized, or even dead due to a horrible mistake made by the local authorities. Dun dun dun. As a result, the town seems frozen in time, with only a few local families still living here for various reasons. People from nearby areas tend to avoid talking about Jasper Heights, fueled by ridiculous rumors of a cult, which works for me because I want to do a cult in my game. Anyway, with the Resurrectonometer operating in the area and adding to the belief that the town is cursed. However, if you push aside all of that nonsense and take a closer look at Jasper Heights, you'll see it's just another sleepy town where life moves slowly and the residents are always ready to greet you with a welcoming smile and share a few stories about how nice their town actually is. So here we are. Here's a picture of Jasper Heights. And I'm going to minus. So if you have a black screen, I apologize. We're going to go back to my coming soon. Okay. And then I'm going to start The Sims. So you might hear that in the background because otherwise you just have a black screen. And it should get going here any second. All right. So you should hear my little simmies in the background. Okay, there we go. I didn't go anywhere, I promise. We are still here. We have started. And sometimes my sim legacy is just a teens temperamental. There we are. Okay, so we should have Jasper Heights. There it is. So we're going to go in. You have to excuse me. I am still working. I'm on the clock. I do real estate and what do you call it? I rent apartments, so, ooh, that's very loud. We're going to turn that down. If that background music gets a little too loud, you let me know. I want to be louder than the music. Okay, we're going to turn that up. Okay, I was listening on my phone, and that sounds just fine. We're going to let that go. It's fine. All right, doing exotic. So when you put a new custom hood in there, anybody who has never done that before, you do have to go through it, letting it create hobbies, letting it create weather. Oh, free time. I like the little choo-choo train. I don't ever remember saying that. Mansion and garden stuff. Okay, so when you come to Jasper Heights, I got to be honest with you. I did put this on my other computer. I have a gaming laptop. And now I have a bigger computer. So on the gaming laptop, this has 20 pages and this is awesome. So on my own, I had read all 20 pages and then I realized this is in each family home. So we're not going to read this. We're going to just click through here. And one of the other things I realized is every family is in winter. So if you do this and you download this, I'm going to give you tips. This is tipsy hints and tricks for when you do a murder mystery. So we're kind of coming into this town. Let's say we moved in and we're getting to know our neighbors. So the first thing is the Foxworthy family. They're the oldest family. So we want to start with them. They are these guys right here. Okay. So let's zoom out and look at our town, our flooded town. So there it is. And like I did kind of go around. I'm like, oh, okay, this is weird. It's all in winter. I don't know how many of the rest of you feel like this, Spotty. You'll have to let me know. It's a little strange. We're starting in winter, but I guess that's kind of, I don't know, deeply creepy. Okay, and we have some drive-ins. So the way we're going to play this is, it is not a normal let's play. This is a whodunit. So we're going to get to know these people a wee bit. We are going to read the stories. We're going to get in. We're going to get to look at some of the houses. It's 4 o'clock now. I have an appointment close to 7. So we're going to see how far we can get. Here is the Foxworthys. The Foxworthy family. And this is what you would get to see if we read this big thing right there. Okay. So you're not missing anything, I swear. The Foxworthy family is the oldest and most well-known family in Jasper Heights. Even more well-known now after the tragic loss of their youngest son in a car accident. How terrible. That ended with his car submerged in the lake. It's hard to imagine the pain they must be feeling knowing that the unstoppable force responsible for their child's death is still out there, just beyond the windows. The family members now seem to be isolated in their own corners of the house, each dealing with their grief in their own way. It's heartbreaking. Oh my goodness. It's a heartbreaking situation as they try to find a way to move forward and live their lives as normally as possible. How do you live normally after that? This is crazy. The weight of the loss hangs heavy in the air, casting a shadow over the once vibrant household. So we're going to go into there first. I like this already. It's dark and horrible with this nice happy Sims music. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so here we are. She wants to see the ghost of a burglar, which reminds me, we'll take a look at the house in just a second. We're on pause. Oh, every day, this was also in the notes, every day starts at 5 a.m. and you have 5 days of winter. I did try playing this. I'm going to put up the walls as I'm speaking so we can see the house. We can ooh and ah. This looks like, you know, that house that like you never use in Pleasant View because it's so big. And yeah, pretty cool. All right, so it started here. We're going to put that down again. All right, so we're starting with her. She wants to see the burglar, which reminds me. So one of the things in my mods is everybody in my life gets burgled. This still has all the mods folder in. So, oh no, they do have it. Okay. We don't want anybody burgled and burned to death while we're reading murder mystery. Okay, so the first things first, I mean, I guess they can get up and walk around. And let's see, we want to go in here and see what this says. Ruth is aware that she should be feeling sad, but for some reason she isn't. Perhaps it's because she and Malcolm, so the brother must have been Malcolm, were never close. Or maybe there's something wrong with her. Regardless, she would give anything to talk it out with someone. Unfortunately, everyone in the family seems to be isolating themselves in different parts of the house nowadays, leaving Ruth feeling completely alone. It's not much different than the way things were before Malcolm passed away, but somehow it feels more isolating now. Okay, so let's go here and let's look at the family tree. Okay, so here's Malcolm, and Malcolm is dead. I don't know if that was too much. Okay, and here's Ruth and Anselm and Harvard. Okay, it looks like, okay, all right. I don't know if they're all in the house, but let's go upstairs. Sounds like somebody's got the dang stereo. I hate stereos. Just so everybody knows, like, all of that music stuff. Let's turn the music down. And like, why are you having so much fun with the story? Okay, so since Mom's up here, Mom wants to see Harvard grow up well. Let's see what Mom's little bio says. Krista is giving it her all. She goes to work every day, listens to her colleagues express their condolences, nods and thanks them, and then comes home and locks herself in Malcolm's room and plays the violin for hours. She pretends he's still there, lying on the bed, giving her tips on how to play better. That's what he always did, try to help others improve. If only she hadn't given him the car that night. All right, so here is, this must be Harvard. There's Harvard, Krista, and Ruth. Okay, and this must be Ruth's bedroom and Harvard's. And then up here we've got the master. Up there's the violin. So this must be that son. And then maybe the other son has moved out. He looked older, like he would be out living on his own. She wants to resurrect Malcolm. She would like him not to come back as a zombie. Where is Dad? Dad's on the, oh, here he is. He's on the computer. So let's go over and see what Daddy has to say. Oh, wait, I wanted to see what Mom's career was. She goes to work. Ooh, she's a college senior professor. Okay. What is Dad doing? He is playing Command and Conquer 3. So, and he's a medical researcher. Before we look at his bio, they're obviously just all hiding and like gaming and playing. They're probably drinking juice at the juice bar. The lake took him. Patrick heard someone say, and that's nonsense. Straight up fiction. No one gets their neck broken while drowning. Patrick's a licensed doctor, so he knows that better than anyone. He was also Malcolm's father, so he knows that someone never go anywhere without buckling himself up, and he's been doing that since he was a toddler. And now they won't give them the car back for some random reason. After everything the family has done for this town, someone knows something. Patrick is willing to pay the price for those responsible to pay for whatever they've done to his boy. Oh, so he's mad. All right. Let's see what Harvard has to say. Oh, Harvard's down here playing with Mom. What day is it? Okay, now he knows. He wants to be friends with Bruce. So it looks like Bruce here is like a 1960s. He's got one of like those 60s mustaches. So some kind of vampire here. Alright, so it says to him, isn't it ironic? Harvard's always been so jealous of Malcolm that sometimes he wished his brother would just disappear. not dead, of course, but like randomly moved to another country or something. No matter how hard Harvard tried, it seemed like Mom and Dad would only notice how perfect Malcolm was, even though he wasn't. And now he'd finally gone, things seemed strange, empty even. Losing such a good competitor, and after all, your brother and best friend feels terrible, believe it or not. Harvard just has to know what Bruce knows about all this, because he and Malk have been strangely secretive about something. And if playing nice won't work, Harvard could use some force on Anselm's presence. He's the only one he could trust with this. No, wait, wasn't Anselm the brother? Isn't that what we figured out? Yes. So that was his brother. So he's going to force his brother to talk? Interesting. Okay, somebody's car is coming in an hour. The plot thickens. And who's this? Cody Gordy. She's got a couple of cards with him. Carlson Bluebird. Interesting. Carpool's coming for Patrick. If I remember correctly, there must have been custom cars in here, because like every rich person has the same car here. Okay, we're gonna real quick, we'll give them a different color. They seem like black car people. All right, so we're gonna have her go to work, and then I think the husband's gonna end up at work. I don't know. Let's see who he knows. I feel like, they've been burgled. Let's see what the brother says. So he wants to be friends with Bruce. So Bruce is somehow implicated in this, and the brother. And who is she? Allison Marvell. All right, so I feel like we have a couple of people here who, I don't know, questionable. You have to let me know what you think, chat. Yeah. All right, we're gonna let Dad go to work here. Dad, stop playing. Dad's playing the violin too. They've obviously got a maid. Okay, and then we're gonna go to, I think, the second house. So we're gonna save. So interesting already. Yeah, I feel a little bit strange here at Jasper Heights. So now we're going to pop this back open. And then the next one, let's see, Irwin's Aircraft Senior. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it was this house. Yes. Okay, imagine Irwin's shock when he received a call from his lawyer informing him that Mr. Aircraft Senior, whom Edwin hadn't spoken to in years, had left his grandson an entire museum, or more like a self-proclaimed museum, since it was mostly just a mansion filled with strange antiques and junk. Initially, Edwin was thrilled at the thought of inheriting such a grand house for free. He figured he could make a pretty penny by selling off all the odds and ends. However, most of the inheritance ended up being used to make the place habitable again, leaving little left over for maintenance. Despite the financial challenges of living in the mansion, the rest of the family seems to enjoy it. So Edwin is determined not to let the opportunity slip through his fingers, no matter how many obstacles he may face. But what he doesn't know is that I have the Bigger Bills mod in here. And, yeah, it's going to be a problem. So not only is he going to pay the big bills that he thought he was going to pay, they are going to increase by 1,500%. Edwin, you're doomed. He may throw himself in that river. So here we go. We're going into the Aircraft Mansion, which Edwin inherited. He is the grandson. Here we are at 5 a.m. again. And remember what I said about the cars? Like I said, I knew. Oh, wait, what's this? What? Oh, is this supposed to be maybe where the car went off the bridge? Oh, that's creepy, because this is just the other house. We're supposed to assume the son was almost home. Oh, gosh, you guys will have to let me know what you think of that. That's terrible. All right, I hate that all the cars are the same color. I think we did black at the other one. The red one can be yellow. Yeah, weird things, you know, I have that OCD thing. Okay, so here we go. Here's the pretty house. We're going to let it play a little bit while we get to know the family. So this is the house they inherited. That was kind of the museum. Strange swimming pool. Very pretty. I like this one. She wants to defeat the Grim Reaper. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. All right, so it says, Eileen is still adjusting to being a mansion owner. She's already feeling exhausted. It may seem prestigious, but she's wondering how they'll afford the place. She'd never go back to a tiny apartment they lived in for the past 10 years. But the difference between her lives then and now is so obvious, it's giving her a headache. Just cleaning this place would take a whole week. And to make matters worse, she doesn't have anyone to vent to because Edwin is always at work or at those weird church meetings. Talking to someone outside the family could start rumors, which she's more scared of than the creepy cobweb-covered statues in the basement. What a crisis. Okay, let's see who she knows. Melissa. Okay, so these are her kids and her husband. And who is this? Marnie Palmer and Darla Crowley. And who's this? Margaret McCarthy. Oh, interesting. All right. So as we're waiting for the sun to come up, she talked about the basement. So let's look at their house. Okay, so it looks like they have a little boy. There he is. So who was that? Melvin and Melissa. So he must be singing in Melissa's room. This is very nice. Okay, we're going to go down. Nice old place. Cool. Oh, wow. Look at the basement. Creepy, creepy. Okay. Strange. Okay. So, she does not like to go to the basement. What else do we got going on down here? All right. Let's go to the husband. Oh, he wants to be a vampire. What the heck? These people are a little freaky. Let's see who he knows. Okay, he knows Lionel Crawley, who is a vampire. Rosa, Hubert, Daisy. This is his family. He knows a lot more people than his wife. Who is this? Angelo. Okay, these people are a little strange. Okay, their kids need to go to school soon. Okay, Edwin could never imagine affording a mansion, let alone practically one being given away for free. Well, after spending a fortune to fix it up, it wasn't exactly free. But selling all that old stuff from the basement really came in handy. When Edwin told Bridget Harrison about some old papers he found, he could see the passion in her eyes like he'd never seen before. It was strange that Malcolm Foxworthy, ooh, so Malcolm is the dead kid, also showed interest in those papers. And seemed determined to find something specific. Edwin felt bad telling him that Lionel and the others had already bought everything Bridget hadn't gotten their hands on. So Lionel's the vampire. They never explained why they needed it, but maybe it's because Edwin is new to the group. They seem nice, so they wouldn't hide anything, right? He also seems stupid. Okay, did he know? Okay, there is... It doesn't seem to me that he knew. Wait a minute. So I don't see the dead kid in his bio here, but he did know the vampire. Okay, and that's his wife. Okay. Okay, whatever. All right, I think the kids need to go to school. Fine. All right, and then... Let's go to her. She's a teen. Melissa may have a reputation as a party girl who doesn't seem to care about much, but what people don't realize is she's actually quite observant. She's always dancing on tables when she's drunk, but those tables are usually high enough for her to see things that others might miss. She noticed that Malcolm was up to something with that weirdo Bruce. Remember, Bruce was another vampire. She picked up on Howard's jealousy. Wait, who was Howard? I forget now. And she saw the way Lois was looking at Allison. Melissa doesn't think any of them would actually do anything bad to Malcolm, but now she's not completely sure. She doesn't know them well enough to be certain. It's a shame she doesn't have anyone to gossip with about all this, except her old friends. What a bummer. Let's see. Okay, this is her boyfriend. Oh, Lewis. There's Bruce. Okay, so we got to find out more about this Bruce person. Is Dad going to work soon? He's an obituary writer. Oh my gosh. Talk about goofy. Okay, he's off today. Mom is a master of ceremonies and she does not go to work till 4. Okay, so the son, let's see what he says. Melvin is relieved that he no longer has to share a room with his sister and happy that he was able to make new friends so quickly. However, he is upset that all of the cool stuff from the basement is now gone. Even though he wasn't supposed to play there, he would sometimes sneak in and pretend he was an archaeologist discovering a relic that could save the world. Funny coincidence happened when he accidentally knocked some old documents off the floor there and mentioned a guy. They mentioned a guy named Bruce, which reminded him of Melissa talking about a guy with the same name on the phone. Maybe it's time to play detective again. The last time he and Evelyn and Patrick snuck into the church his dad frequents, they heard something strange coming from the basement. It was so exciting, but they almost got caught. He needs a plan. Does he have any little friends? Okay. Patricia and Evelyn. So they were the kids sneaking into the church. Interesting. All right. So Dad here goes to a church. So let's go out here. Oh, there's a kitty. Kitty! That was totally like random. I'm very random here. All right, so is there for sale? Where is the church? There's a maze. I don't see. Okay, if anybody sees the church, tell me. I think the next person is going to be these people. I thought it would be simpler. I figured it would be right there. Okay, over here. The lighthouse. Rapture Promenade. What is that? On the beach. Oh, an arboretum. That doesn't seem like the church. There's the church. Should we go look at the church? How about we do a couple more things? What does the church say? The oldest building in the Silver Lights district has a mysterious aura that draws even those who aren't religious. Some have even claimed to hear strange mumbling coming from the basement, but that's nonsense. The allure of this ancient church can be attributed to its historical significance, but the voices from below, it's like something out of a Lovecraftian novel. All right, so we're going to head there in just a second because I'm pretty sure crawlies are next. Let's see. Crawly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's these people. Yeah, it's them. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so Darla has been daydreaming about returning to her hometown and showing everyone how much she has grown into a confident, strong woman. However, well, her brother looks weird. Is that Bruce? However, upon seeing her little brother, oh, that's Lionel, who's been living in the family mansion all this time, her confidence wavered. There was definitely something different in the local atmosphere, and even Claude, her husband, Claude looks a little strange, who had never been here before, could sense it too. What happened to this place, or has it always been like this and she was just too young to notice? Okay, so we're in the Crawley family at this point. We're getting deeper into it, and I think after these people, we should check out the church. Okay, she wants a child. I mean, I guess we could try for a child. I think a child is kind of mean in this environment, but I don't know, maybe we could at least give him a kiss, make out. I don't know. All right, we're gonna hit okay while this goes on, and we're gonna look. Oh, it looks like a cool New Orleans house. It's one thing about this area. Like, look at what this. Oh, here we are with all the same color car. All right, I think we might need. All right, so here we'll put it. We got to put like some other cars. This is like, no, I just can't. All right, so there we got a couple of other cars. I feel like they want expensive cars, but you know what I mean. Okay, so here. Ugh, this is really neatly creepy back here. All right. All right, so while we got them. Oh, I think they're all going to go out and check the cars out. So let's look at this house. We'll go down. Nifty. Beautiful home. Very nice. Oh, here's the brother. So why don't we start with Lionel? Because he's been living here this whole time. All right, so what does his thing say? Lionel didn't choose this way of life. He's going to give you the option he never had. It was chosen for him. Being a cult leader. Wait, is he a cult leader? He is a cult leader for real. Okay, wait a minute. Being a cult leader is actually pretty cool. You have your own secret society filled with people who worship you and are willing to do whatever you say, as long as it's in the name of whatever they considered sacred. In this silver light cult, Lionel still isn't quite sure what the concept is, but when you're getting involved in a religion that has to be around longer than you have, that's been around longer than you have, it's okay to figure things out as you go. So far, Lionel's been handling things well, but what if Rosalind has heard is true and things might start going downhill? Not only did one of the cult followers possibly kill the boy, oh my goodness, but the old leader is back. Wasn't he supposed to be dead or locked up in an asylum or something? Wyborn claimed to have addressed the issue, but it's doubtful that someone of his caliber could handle somebody like Bruce. Oh, I think Bruce is the old cult leader. Uh-oh. Lionel needs to be cautious and figure out what's going on while disposing of any evidence he can find. What the heck is going on in this town? She is excited about a sports activity. What was she doing? Playing catch. I was going to say, I don't think she was woohooing her husband. Okay. That was creepy. Blah. He for sure. Oh, there's a basement. Okay, we're going to follow Lionel to the basement. Blah. Oh my gosh. He is a vampire. This is a cool basement. Blah, blah, he's saying. I don't know if you can hear him. I'll turn this up a little bit. Blah, blah. Okay. So, pretty cool.
My money's on this guy, okay? Player 1 has chill. Fucking God.
So, here we are. Oh, look at this. More cars. Alright, so we need another more expensive car. Let's do that one. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sure my music now is way too loud. Alright, so there. Now they're not all the same. That just drives me crazy. Same drives me crazy. Alright, so Brother Lionel is in the crypt. Let's see. Oh, and he went to work. What does she do? She's a double agent. Well, she should then know what's going on with her brother. She's not a very good double agent. Darla fondly recalls the day when Lionel was a quirky, awkward little boy who always needed her support. That's how he was when she left town. Well, maybe she shouldn't have left town. I mean, the whole thing was covered in water. But now, sometimes she feels like he's a completely different person. The way he looks at her, speaks, and acts, it's all changed. Back in the day, he was terrified of the basement, but now he spends most of his time there, and then he disappears after dawn to who knows where. And the creepy car that was towed into the garage, why does it look like the one the Foxworthy boy drowned in? What kind of job she has, with the kind of job she has, Darla never thought she could easily be scared. But this place, her once beloved home, and the person she loved most is now giving her chills. All right, one. All right, she's off today. So I don't know. Should she be snooping around? She's up playing the piano. She wants a mechanical skill. Maybe you should study mechanical while we read about your husband. Oh, he's a romance sim. Okay. He says, living in a luxurious mansion was the main reason Claude decided to follow Darla here instead of just running away. Okay. He was drawn to the gothic vibes the place was giving. However, as soon as he walked in, he couldn't shake the feeling. It was straight up creepy. It reminded him of the old movies in the 1920s horror films, but not in a good way. To make matters worse, Lionel didn't seem to like Claude very much. That was okay with him, though. He was used to people being put off by his extravagant lifestyle. But this time, it was different. Thankfully, Darla was starting to see what he had been trying to tell her all along. They might just end up moving back to the city before Claude had a nervous breakdown, or before Darla finds out about his affair, which could definitely lead to a breakdown of a different kind. Oh, he is having an affair with Yvette Butterman.
No, I was like...
Dun, dun, dun.
I was not ready.
Okay, well, let's look at his friend list. All right, so Laszlo Clancy, Wayborn Marvel, Claude Crowley. Oh, that's the husband. Yvette. He should totally bite Yvette. Bridget. We heard about Bridget. Oh, that other guy knows this one. Rosen Campbell. Well, they're not all vampires. Edwin Aircraft. So that is the guy from next door. Who's this? Hubert Pomeroy. Who's this? Amelia Pomeroy. Okay, he doesn't seem to know the kids. And the dead kid. Why does the dead kid, do they not keep memories of dead people? I mean, that's macabre, but I mean, I think that's a good question. And this maid is everywhere. And who is this? Morris McCarthy. I don't know. Should we greet him? I don't know. I think we should go check out. Let's look around the neighborhood. I feel like we're missing clues around the neighborhood. Like that I think the car went off the road right across from the family's house. That's really sad. All right, while we're letting her study, we'll come back at some point. We're going to keep moving around the neighborhood. I think we should go check out the old church. We're going to look at, as an investigator, I don't know about the rest of you all, but we have 3 people here that mention the church. I have to turn down the music. Okay, it's too loud for me. All right, so we had 3 people that mentioned that. So our next people would be the Marvel family. Where are they? So, yeah, so we're just coming kind of around. So Marvel is next. So I think before we go to the Marvel family, let's go check out this creepy church. All right, St. Zachary Church. I guess we could have taken the sister to the church and seen what was going on. All right, we're gonna put all like the windows and stuff up. All right, let's put everything up. The windows. I meant the walls. Okay, so this is supposed to be the oldest church. All right, it does not look very scary. Anybody else think it looks scary? I don't think so. It has a very bad reputation for something that does not look too terrifying. All right, so here we go. We're going to start at the top and go down. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, we're headed down. Ew. All right, so it looks like we've got a secret entrance once you get downstairs. But in all fairness, there's no resurrectonometer here. My cult is going to have a resurrectonometer. Oh, okay, but this looks like some kind of weird shrine with the candles. Okay, I get it. It's creepy. All right, cool. I'm not sure what the cult members do here, but I get it. It does not look like a blood drinking place, if you ask me. Okay? That's all. That's all I'm saying. I mean, maybe I'm just too creepy for The Sims, but, you know, it looks kind of churchish. I don't know. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm seeing no comments right now, so it's fine. All right, we're going to go to, what was it, Melvin, Mervin? Okay, we got to head back to this side of the island. I don't think, Erickson is over there. All right, so we're coming over here. I'm pretty sure it's Marvell. I'm sorry, I have the name completely wrong. So number 4 was Marvell. So it says, the Marvell family is known around town as the ones who never seem to slow down. Oh, this is Wayborn. Is content with this reputation, finding joy in raising their 6 kids. Wendy feels differently. Wait, she's not having the affair. No, that's not her. She has been the one primarily raising the children, putting her own ambitions and goals on hold. She loves her kids, but now she feels the urge to break free and pursue her own passions while she still has energy, and while Wayborn is happy with her current brood of kids, not wanting any more, because if he did, Wendy would definitely have to say goodbye to her career. So they have a ton of children. I forgot to put this on record. I'm so bad. Oops. All right, so we're going in here, and it looks like we got a bunch of kiddos. Of course, we're going to turn this on so we can get some, like, look, same cars. Whatever package this used. So in all fairness, again, I hate same. I think for sure we would have a minivan in this house and a sedan, maybe a green sedan, just because they seem, you know, they got a lot of kids, lots of kids. They might even have 2 minivans. Okay, we're gonna let this move a little bit. Another super cute, oh my gosh, the pergola back here. Adorable. They've got some kind of weird thing over the pond. Want to see this side of the neighborhood a little bit. Super cute.
Did you just say they might have too many kids?
Yeah.
They are not allowed to go to any toy stores.
My daughter's saying they're not allowed to go to any toy stores. So let's start with Dad here as we check out their house. Dad's checking out his new truck. Yeah, they don't need sports cars. They need minivans. Oh my gosh, the toddler was just out on the deck. Yes, I stand by they have too many children. Somebody here needs to call. How about you call a nanny? Get the nanny over here. You people should not have children. All right, so he is... No one understands how important all of this is for Wyborn, which he's also somehow involved with this weird vampire church. What he's gone to... Can we please have a nanny? Let's let him finish talking to the nanny before one of our children fall off the balcony. Just for now, please. All right. What he has gone through, what he's done to keep his family together, to deserve the blessings of the Silver Lights. Okay, the Silver Lights is the cult. That night he knew it had to be done. Of course, it seemed to go against the rules of the groups, but it was a matter of safety. If it wasn't him, then who? Rosalind and those idiots, Pomeroy, were too busy competing with each other. Lionel, if he was being honest, just doesn't have the guts for that. And the rest are just too new to be trusted. And as horrible as a thing Wyborn has done may seem, he knows he will get his reward for the sacrifice. Maybe another child or two. And no matter what Wendy May said, it just has to happen. The sacrifice can't go to waste. What the heck did he kill? Did he kill that poor person? What the heck? We know it's not going to say in his memories. Okay, I think Wyborn may be the killer. Oh my gosh. This is very dark. I'm loving this. This is fantastic. Alright, so who does he know? Wendy. I think Wendy is the poor wife. He knows all of his kids. Thank God they're all getting on the bus. Who is this? Whoever Maya Para is, she's an elf, I think. Okay, like I said, I don't think they have memories of the dead. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to tell for sure if he killed. He's our first suspect. Everybody better be going to freak to school. Wait, where's the bus? Did the bus leave? Oh no, they said an hour. Does somebody need to go to work? Oh, that must be the nanny outside. All right, I panicked. I don't do well with a lot of children. I need a toy store. All right. So here she is. We need this one. Okay, so this is Mom. At one point, Wendy thought that raising kids was a true purpose in her life. However, after having twins, she realized she's had enough. She doesn't care if her husband made some deal with the Silver Lights God. She means the devil. To have more kids, or whatever he was talking about one night when he showed up covered in mud, looking completely out of his mind. Wendy has her own desires and ambitions, and now Allison and Benjamin can help with the younger kids. She's ready to pursue her own goals. If Wyborn has a problem with that, he doesn't respect her decisions, and if he doesn't respect her, that's a whole other conversation. Oh my gosh, she is ready. Please go to work. She is ready to leave Wyborn, and he did something terrible as a deal with the devil. What do we think of this, people? Everybody better be getting their butts to school. Everybody. I'm not even kidding. All right, we got the nanny. The nanny is here. I need to see everybody go to school. I am not going to be stuck reading all this stuff with nobody going to school, man. I can't do it. Allison is feeling completely lost. Ben thinks she's overreacting, but how can she not be? Malcolm was her boyfriend, and she was head over heels for him. So Malcolm was the dead kid, for everybody who forgot. I just want to make sure everybody went to work, to school. Yeah. Do you need to go to work? Yes. Go to work. Go to work. Go to work. You better go to work. Where is he? Okay, everybody's at work. All right. So let's go back to Allison. Okay, so Malcolm's the dead kid that we're looking. Malcolm was her boyfriend, and she was head over heels for him. On top of that, it was their date he was driving back from. Oh no! What was even stranger, that the place where he was found was nowhere near the route he was supposed to take. It's like he was headed somewhere else entirely. But where could he have been going so late at night? Maybe he tried to tell Allison something important, but she was too caught up in the moment to notice. Perhaps he mentioned going somewhere else or hinted at doing something out of the ordinary. She can't bring herself to believe he would do something like that to himself, but there had to be a reason behind it all. If only she had paid more attention. She knows Bruce too. There's creepy Bruce. Oh my goodness. And she knows Harvard a little, which is the brother. Interesting. Okay, let's see what her brother is Benjamin. All right, Benny. Let's see what he has to say. Benjamin has always been the type to keep to himself and mind his own business. Given the recent events, it seems like the right approach, especially when you see where Malcolm ended up. Uh-oh, I think he knows something. He may not have been as bad as Harvard made him out to be, but he definitely seemed like he was up to no good. Sneaking around that abandoned resort. Uh-oh, we got to find the resort. When no one else was there, Ben wasn't exactly stalking him, but when your sister's dating someone, you want to know a bit more about the guy. Honestly, why couldn't Allison have chosen Harvard? It's not about some redhead solidarity. He just is more laid back, and if Ben ever catches Lois looking at her in that way, there will definitely be a serious conversation. There's no way that creep is getting anywhere near her. Who's Lois? Lewis. Harvard. Do we know Lewis? Lewis. I don't see a Lewis, people. Maybe under the sister's bio. Yep, Lewis. So they don't like the Wassenbergs. Okay, and we have to find an abandoned resort. Let's see if the kids know anything. This is getting creepier by the minute. The maid is over there. People often say that Gray is too smart for her age, but some might even call her a nerd. But it seems she sees those words differently because she's indeed smarter than most. Take what Evelyn recently told her as an example. There's no way she could hear noises from under the church that day. What could that possibly be? Some tectonic movements? There's no way she could see her dad there. Why would he go there that late? And what was she doing there at that hour by herself? Didn't other kids have a curfew? Okay, so she saw her dad at the church, and we're saying her dad may have helped kill Malcolm. Gray may think she's the smartest, but Peter knows that's not true. She believes others want to be friends with her because they admire her intelligence, but that's just because she lets them copy their homework. Peter doesn't do that, so he may not be popular, but at least he doesn't let others take advantage of him like she does. And what Evelyn said about seeing their dad might be true, because Peter could swear she heard him downstairs late at night. It's a shame Allison and Ben can't confirm his words, as they were probably out hanging at that resort again. But Peter saw it himself. He took a little peek and saw Dad messing around with the wall in the basement. Oh no, they've got a basement too? Okay, and somebody... Hang on a minute. What could it be hiding down there? If only Peter could find a way to see what was behind it. He could finally show Gray she's not the only one with brains. Okay, and I don't think the babies know anything. Yeah, this is just... Alright, so this is just about... Oh, and of course these kids are freezing to death because I have a mod in here. And it's about the temperature in the house. Okay, supposedly we have a basement. We do have a basement with a secret wall somewhere. I don't see a secret wall. Maybe it was a secret wall in the church, is what they meant. Or is this the secret with the dirt? What the heck? Let's put the walls up a little bit. We do need to put some heaters in here. Huh. Strange dirt area back here. Huh. Alright, where's this poor child who's freezing to death? Alright, so we will put some heaters. I'm sorry, everybody, but I will freeze everybody. I don't mean to do these things. It's just that I'm evil and I like my games to be hard. If Spothy was listening, she would tell you terrible things about me. In fact, vampires are not these children's only problem. Probably me. I'm probably a problem as well. So, yeah. It's fine. It's all fine. Here we go. We'll have to put a couple of these around because if the little kids are cold, it'll be an issue and they'll take the children away. We'll put like... Oh, there is one down here. Okay, fine. Okay, so the kids should heat up in a second and they'll all be good. Alright, so I don't know about you guys, but now we have to... We'll go to one other place and then we're going to look for the resort. Is there a teen here? I think they left the teens with the babies. Alright, so we're going to go up here. This should not be happening. I want you to call a service. We're going to call for a nanny. She wants to raise her boyfriend back from the dead. I have not seen a resurrectonometer. Oh, look. How nice. The penitentiary van. They should just bring the dad here now. She is an MVP. Oh, she must be in the sports career, maybe? Please have a nanny come. Is that what the mom does? She's an MVP? Just for now. Yeah, it looked to me like it was the van for, like, when you pick your people up from the state pen or something. Alright, it was just me. It's fine. Alright, the kids. Alright, they're at least warmed up. The nanny's coming. People will do what they need to do here. We're not leaving anybody here to die. with my terrible mods. Alright, so the kids are here. Let's see where they put their... They probably all bring... They all bring probably their... Yeah. Their homework down to the creepy, horrible basement. That makes perfect sense. Here comes Dad returning from work. Wait, what happened? Did he get demoted? Okay, shoo the dang pet. He's an architect. Okay, I didn't see what happened with the dad. I didn't. Okay, there's creepy fog coming off the back of the thing. Alright, look, we gotta go. We gotta go, we gotta go. I can't mess with this family any longer. We're in the middle of a whodunit. Okay, I'm sorry if they freeze to death. I tried to fix their life as much as I could. Their life is screwed. This guy is making deals with the devil so that he can have more children. I mean, he's a mess. Okay, Marnie's been craving a change of scenery for a while. Okay, let's see. Who is Marnie? That's not them. This looks like this is them. So Marnie. Let's see, though, before we go to Marnie, if we can find the Arboretum. No. What is this? No, that's for beachgoers. Oh, man. The pump station, it burned down. It's a hangout for local hippies. Okay, but they said, what was the Arboretum? It had a gas leak. Oh my God. Everything here is horrible. So we were looking for, they said it was, dang it, now I forget what we were looking for. Like a hotel. I don't see anything like that. Okay, I don't see like an old hotel or... I see the Arboretum, the church. Alright, we're going to have to keep reading because I thought they said it was... What is this? It's an old elementary school. The library. Library. What's this? For sale. None of those look like... What was that? The oil... I don't see anything else. Alright, so I don't know where they're talking about that there was this, unless it's the Arboretum. Alright, we're going to keep going. I forgot who our next victim was. I think it was these people. Yeah. With Marnie. Marnie has been craving a change of scenery for a while, so... She was thrilled when her sister Amelia asked her to come and help out with the kids while her and her husband Hubert were busy with work. However, now she's starting to wonder if there's more to invitation than just a favor. Jasper Heights is a nice place and Marnie's already made some good friends here, but her gut's telling her to be cautious. Maybe it's just the lingering effects of the antidepressant she used to take. But who knows for sure? I know for sure. There's something wrong with this place. Get in your car and leave before your next door neighbors murder your butt. This whole town is crazy. Like, what the heck? Oh, look. Now this person is out on the front lawn. Here we go with same car again. Oh, my goodness. That drives me crazy. Same. I don't know. They look a little bit affluent. I guess they could have one of these. We want it. I wanted it with the roof up. With the roof. No, it wasn't the roof up. Alright, fine. Whatever. I'm not going to fight this. Alright, we're going to put all the walls up and everything. And we're going to hit play. No, look, it's like a red light district. This place doesn't look creepy at all. Oh, and look, they're right across from the aqueduct. Okay, they're starting with her. This is Marnie, so we're going to start with her. This is a kind of a cute house. Obviously not as big as the original houses. Okay, does she do anything? She's a stand-up comedian. Oh, she wants to get engaged to Yvette, but Now, she's dating Yvette, it looks like, but Yvette is having an affair with the guy who the sister is living with the brother who's the vampire. Remember them? I forget what their name is, Crowley or something. Okay, so yeah, so this is a little house. There we go. Alright, yeah, it's a strange little place, like stuck in the 50s or 60s. I don't even know what. Alright, let's see what Marnie has to say since the stuck is here. From the moment Marnie stepped foot in this place, she has a gut feeling that something was off. Amelia's overly cheerful and welcoming demeanor seemed out of place because her sister was such like a witch before, especially since they weren't that close. I told you. Let's be real. Marnie and her sister weren't exactly on the best of terms, and the way Herbert and Amelia turned cold when she could decline their strange meetings. After being so pushy about her attending, it was hard to ignore. Then there's that creepy Lionel that everyone, including Yvette, seems to adore, even though Marnie warned her about giving him the creeps. She really wants to leave, but she can't risk her girlfriend getting involved with who knows what. Plus, Patricia and Eddie might need some help too. If Marnie's suspicions are correct, the house might not be the safest place for the children. Alright, so yeah, so there's Yvette. She's friends with Aline. There's her sister. Okay, I think she was brought to this place to be a sacrifice. What does everybody think? Okay, what does hubby do? He wants to be a vampire. Okay, we know now at this point the cult is the cult of the vampires. Okay, I think we can call this. We don't have to get that far into this before we figure it out. Exactly. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. The thing about Herbert is that he's more laid back compared to his wife, which is probably why people like him more. Well, isn't he a snot? He's able to analyze situations calmly, and from the way things went down with Malcolm, it seems like the group doesn't mind taking drastic measures when necessary. Dealing with Marnie, who always has too many questions, and Alana, who won't let up on Marnie after she gave her share to the group, wouldn't be a problem for Hubert. Oh, that doesn't sound good. He won't act unless it's absolutely necessary, but if things go smoothly, he wouldn't mind getting rid of Rosalind too. These people are murderous. Since her true intentions are pretty clear, she always wanted to be the leader, and that's why she framed Bruce Erickson, who is the other vampire. Thankfully, Lionel was chosen as the new leader, and it's only a matter of time till Rosalind tries to cozy up to him too. She's got a lot to learn, and Hubert might just be the one to teach her a lesson. These people are terrors. Okay, they're all out here in their pajamas. Not to me. Patricia believes that she has the ability to see the auras of other people, so this is their child. For instance, her own aura is a vibrant shade of yellow, which happens to be her favorite color. Marnie's orange, on the other hand, is a lovely bright pink. Eddie's aura is a bit too intense orange, but that's alright. As for Mom and Dad, their orange is a mix of silver and blue, giving off a cold, sad vibe. Likely because they're always tired after working so hard. It's because they're vampires, sweetie. Likely because Patricia has an idea to brighten up the bedroom walls by drawing flowers all over them in the hopes of lifting their spirits. But Marnie wasn't too keen on the idea. What a bummer. Up there's the Crawley girl. That's the one whose brother's the vampire. Right? I don't think the little kid has anything. He's talking about his favorite game is hide and seek. He just doesn't like being seen in general, especially by people he doesn't know. He might even start to cry. Sometimes he cries for no reason, making his sister thinks he sees ghosts in his psychic. But he's too young to understand what that means, which makes him cry more. These are very sad, sad people. Okay, why don't you go talk to your kid who would like to talk to you? What I want to know is why all these crazy people have all these children. Do you think they're going to sacrifice their children to the vampires? Okay, they did not say anything about a... Does he need to go to work? 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, so he's already done. 10 a.m. All right, so they should be coming for her. Can you, like, walk to work? I guess not. No. Oh, look at this little room over here. Okay, there's a little room off to the side. Look at this room. It's like the little cult room. I just noticed this. Let's see if they have a basement. No. Okay. I was thinking they must have a basement. All right, so these guys, they obviously are not as far along in the cult because, oh, she wants to be a vampire too. They all want to be vampires. Interesting. All right, Hubert missed work today. Uh-oh. I thought you went to work today, Hubert. Dang you. All right, can you like make a single plate of ramen or something? Go eat, Hubert. I mean, unless you just drink blood. And can you... Yeah, maybe she doesn't work today? Oh, 10 p.m. She's a getaway driver. I thought it was 10 a.m. All right, so I think we're going to leave their house because it just seems to me that they're like cult leaders. And they didn't tell us anything else that we wanted to know. Like, I want to know, what is this place that we're supposed to be checking out? All right, the next family is Donna. They are middle class. And let's see if we can find them. This is them, the Wassenbergs. Okay, so remember the other guy, the other kid said he hated the Wassenbergs. Despite being solidly upper middle class, Donna has always carried herself as if she belongs to the highest society. Maybe it's because she was going to sell her soul for money. Maybe it's because she has some insecurities from being raised in a poor family. Or maybe it's because she's just never satisfied. She's never satisfied. Okay. By nature. Either way, she's made sure to decorate her house with high-end furniture and teach her kids how to act if they are ever invited to the royal ball. Not that that's likely to happen, especially in a place like Jasper Heights. But if some of the other locals have been able to make names for themselves, why can't she? Sacrifice. Sacrifice. The game just crashed. Hang on. Hang on. We'll go back to it. We got the coming soon. Give me a moment. Dang, Sims. This is because we were sacrificing in the game. Yep. All right, we're headed back in. We're headed back in. Don't worry, everybody. I know, it's very loud. I'm sorry. We'll be back after these station identification breaks. It's coming. We're getting it. I'm taking us back in. All right, here we are. Give me a moment. All right, we're back. We're back. It was a brief glitch. All right, and here we are at the Wassenbergs. Oh my gosh, here we are with the same cars. Maybe that's part of the cult. They all have to have the same cars. I don't know. It was just a thought. All right, so you can see here clearly. We're going to let the timer start running so that you can kind of see some playthrough. The houses here are a little tiny bit smaller than they were on the other side. Oh, look, the lighthouse. All right, we're still in winter because that's where this starts. We are playing Jasper Heights. It is a kind of whodunit mystery. At this point, we are sure there are vampires involved. So this is the baby, Annalise. And let's see if she has anything we were on her. Even though she's tiny, she already knows how to say please and thank you. Mom tried to teach her other things, but sometimes adults forget they don't have to make their children's lives more complicated. Kind of sad, isn't it? Okay, so here is the son, Louis Watzenberg. And remember, see if we can find the little girl that he liked. It was Allison. And remember, her brother did not want her to get involved with him because it was her boyfriend that was killed. But it looks to me like he likes Melissa Aircraft, who is the sister of the kid that died. And he knows Bruce. So Bruce is the vampire that we think there's some trouble going on, and he wants to sneak out with Harvard. All right, Louis can't say he's a big fan of people around him, but his mom is absolutely the worst. Not only has she made his life a living hell with those society rules he couldn't care less about, but now she won't get off his case about Malcolm. What does she want him to say? That everyone liked him even though he acted like a spoiled brat sometimes? That's the only reason Louis feels bad for his friend. He is because it makes Allison sad, and seeing her like this hurts him because he secretly wished she had chosen him instead. That he and Harvard sometimes joked about what life could be like if Malcolm was gone. Which one is it? Why won't people just leave Louis alone and let him have his way at least once? Okay, so he's an angry teen. I can't imagine why this guy does not want him to be with his sister. All right, so this is Mom. This is Donna. Okay, let's see who she knows. She probably knows all the cult people. Does not look like she knows the cult people. Interesting. So Donna, here's a tip. Get in with the cult, and then maybe you would be rich. Up total bills, $550. My mods are not working because that should be like $5,000. Donna knows that by motivating Adalbert, maybe that's her husband, to work even harder for another promotion, and by befriending the right people, she can finally achieve the bohemian lifestyle. But she won't just sit back and watch her husband strive for success. She's going to focus on her own goals. Who would just sit idly by while their partner works hard? The Foxworthy boys case might be the right thing. It shouldn't be too difficult to solve, but it would make a great story to share with their new friends. Louis, however, is being tight-lipped about it, claiming he knows nothing, which is strange considering they were friends. But Donna is determined to uncover the information she needs. After all she's done for the family, including Louis, this should be the least he could do for her. Yeah, she seems like a tough one. Let's look at the house real quick. Okay, the house is cute. Okay, we're going to look into Dad's life in just a second. Let's look downstairs. Okay, they're all kind of hanging out. Nice little family. Let's see if there's a basement. No basement. All right, here we go. Husband. The husband is going to sacrifice his wife to... Okay. Adalbert is totally cool with his wife being ambitious, but he wished she would stop taking credit for his achievements. It's kind of annoying how she goes around telling everyone she's the reason they have their house. She's the one who pushed them to get the promotion. She's the mastermind behind their finances. None of this is true. Sure, Donna's support is important, but she doesn't need to constantly boost her self-image by bringing others down. It's just a bit much. Okay, so I think there's a little trouble here in Paradise, although, you know, they're doing good. Although, look at this. He kind of likes Darla Crawley. And it looks to me like he does not know anybody in the cult. So this family is cult free. Interesting. Oh, and she's on the Vice Squad. She's a cop. All right, so that might be why she's trying to get to the bottom of the case, because she's a copper. All right, we're gonna leave here a while. Yep, we're gonna save that, and we're gonna see who's next. So it looks to me like the cops have no clues. We have more clues than the cops. You'll never take me alive, coppers. See. All right, so let's go back in here. And who's next? Number 7. Stephanie and Joseph tied the knot. Alright, Stephanie and Joseph. We did these guys. Did the Wassenbergs. That was Marnie. We need Stephanie. Okay. Somewhere we got Stephanie and Joseph. Here they are. Okay, so now we're coming. So just so you know, we went from the biggest houses, the medium houses, and now we're going to much smaller. So the Polars, I wish that was in the story, but we're headed over here, and we're going to Stephanie and Joseph, and it looks like they know some people going on here. Wait, let's see. Okay. Stephanie and Joseph tied the knot at a young age, following the working class tradition. They were expected to start a family, but things took a turn. Joseph avoids talking about having kids whenever Stephanie brings it up. Their financial situation and small house don't exactly scream family friendly, but Stephanie can't shake the feeling that something else is going on. Joseph's behavior has her suspicious, and she's not a fan of it, especially after some heart-to-heart talks with her best friend, Daisy. Oh my gosh, there is so much tea going on in this town. It's tea time. All right, so we're headed in there. She wants a baby. Okay, I need to click this off because I don't want this in the way. So we're gonna, their house is tiny. So it looks like she likes to do a wee farm. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, the car thing is the cult. So if they can't afford the house, they cannot afford that car. So they look like pickup truck people to me. They're getting a pickup truck. Yeah, I know I get weirdly OCD about stupid crap, but that's just where we're at. All right, so we're going to let the time come on here. Looks like the people behind them have a little pond. They got a cute little house. They're coming out in their PJs for whatever. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right, it's cute. I don't know where they're going, but they're going to check their new truck. All right, here we go. All right, let's see what she has to say here. Stephanie has the feeling that something's not right. The things Daisy mentioned her about the recent brunch only confirmed her suspicions. Unfortunately, she didn't get much out of her friend since Daisy decided to finish the whole bottle of wine herself. This behavior also indicates that something seriously might be going on. If Steph's suspicions are correct, then, well, it seems Joseph has a type, considering both Daisy and Stephanie look alike. And while she should probably be upset with her husband, Steph sees this as an opportunity. Maybe she should arrange a threesome. Sure, that's not the most ethical thing to do in your bedtime, but she could tamper with the birth control while everyone is caught up in the process and finally get pregnant. That way Joseph wouldn't have any way out because she wouldn't let him mess around with yet another blonde. Okay, seedy. All right, it looks to me like, and there's her best friend Daisy. Okay, it looks to me like they don't know the cult, or at least she does not know the cult, although I feel like he might know the cult. Let's see what's going on here with him. Let's see if he's got another love interest. Okay, OMG, he's in love with Robin Blower. He's in love with a man. This could be why she's not getting preggers. Just saying. All right. Here we go. Sometimes we all get tired of our daily routine and crave some excitement. He's looking for something a little different. That's just human nature. So if spicing up your life means messing around with your best friend's butt cheeks, I swear to God, that's what it says. Anything goes as long as it's fun. Plus, none of this would have happened if Daisy hadn't been so stubborn. Does that make Joseph a bad person? Well, the real question is, does he even care? If he wants something, he goes after it with determination. And if he can't have what he wants, he's quick to find a better alternative. Now, wait. He's only got 21 with Daisy, and he's got 98 with Robin. So this guy, he swings all over the place. Does not look to me like he's involved in the cult, but I'm thinking he should just get involved in the cult. Like, I didn't. I'm stuttering. We got all kinds of stuff going on in this neighborhood. All right, let's look at their little itsy bitsy house. I don't know where she thinks she's putting a baby. She's going to be putting a baby and two men. It's two men and a little baby. All right, do they have a basement? Nope. All right, so no cult activities spotted here. And there's that strange hedge maze behind them. And I don't think there's anything else going on here except a strange love life. But that's not what we're looking for here. We are trying to solve a mystery. I don't care what they're doing in their bedroom or in the love maze behind the house. I do think she's in for a surprise. All right, Daisy. The blowers are the next one. Well, and they live right next door. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're all running over to the hedge maze. All right, oops, I forgot to read. I was so incensed, I forgot to read the little story. All right, we've got to go back out. We got to go back out so that we can read the blower story. Don't save. Don't save because we're coming right back in to hear about the blowers. All right, the blower. The blowers may seem like the perfect family straight out of a postcard from the deep south. Daisy's always busy keeping the house spotless and making sure her husband's well fed, while Robin works hard to keep their little farm running smoothly and their bills paid. With the arrival of little Leopold, their lives couldn't seem any better, but behind the green walls of their house, when the lights are off, no one knows what really goes on. Well, we now have a clue. Let's see. Nobody knows about the shame eating away at both Robin and Daisy, making it hard for them to look each other in the eyes. Well, maybe if you weren't running around with the neighbors. I'm suggesting that maybe you, if you're gonna look for something. Oh, look, they got the cult cars. It's the cult car following. All right, let's look at their little house. I don't, maybe it's just part of the cult. Yeah, okay, their house is interesting, and they are also, kind of, I'm sorry, y'all know. All right, I think maybe we should do, let's see what we got going on for cars here. I think we should maybe do white minivan, and they don't have a lot of money. How about white sedan? We'll do same for them. All right, let's get into, we can go time. Let's check out their little house. Well, they obviously don't have a basement, so we got no weird vamps in the basement. And let's look at their little house. It's cute. It's cute like their neighbor's house. Well, their neighbors live on the guest house next door. All right, and come up here. There's Leopold. Dad's playing on the piano, I guess. All right, we gotcha. Now, let's start with Dad, since Dad is running amok with the neighbor. Robin can't help but feel a little ridiculous about the whole situation. He can't help it. He's had a crush on his best friend since they were in high school, and now they're finally moving somewhere new. As long as they don't move too far from Daisy and Leopold. He's happy because he would never want to hurt them. Cheating is definitely not something that falls outside the realm of hurting others, and Robin would love to tell Daisy everything and let her decide what to do next. But she seems to be dealing with her own issues lately. Who knows what's going on, but Robin isn't the one to judge. All right, so you see, he's running around with this person here. And, yeah. All right, and he does not know the cult. My guess is Robin's in the cult. So let's go look. She's unemployed. Why can Joseph choose someone else as his target? Why pick Daisy of all people? How is she supposed to face Stephanie after all this? Nothing actually happened because of what kind of woman would get involved with someone else's husband, but just the fact that he showed her extra attention enough to make her question every move she makes. Was she too friendly with him? Did she do something that took he took as a green light, and the fact that Joseph keeps showing up at the door doesn't help either. Luckily, he's mostly here to pick up Robin to go fishing or lock himself up in their garage, where from the sounds of it, they're watching gay porn together. Am I allowed to say that online? Which is kind of strange. If you think about it, Daisy knows what her husband's into, which he has never hidden from her, and she doesn't judge because she's not into judging him. But she didn't know Joseph was into that too. Stephanie never mentioned that about him. Okay, so we're not going to judge either, but it looks to me like she knows some of the cult members. So I'm thinking she may be into some of the culty. Let's see what he knows as a toddler. Little Leo loves spending time outside, looking at bugs. Occasionally, his dad and Uncle Joe take him fishing, which Leo loves. That was the end of it. All right. So there isn't really anything here with the mystery. So I think they're so involved in their own family drama that they can't get, that they're not caring what's going on with the people around them. So I think that that's something, I mean, that's real human. You know what I mean? That you're so involved in your own crap that even if something bad were going on, you might not notice. So pretty standard. Okay, people always wonder about Catalina as a famous photographer. Let's see, is this her? Yeah, okay, so, sorry. Sometimes the music is just a little much. Okay, so here we go. So the Bluebird family. People always wonder how Catalina, a famous photographer, can be happily married to a school teacher. Like, how dare she? And raise kids on the countryside. She always responds by saying she wouldn't trade her family for anything, and the current situation was a lucky coincidence. Of course, the last part is a white lie. She tells to boost Carson's confidence. In reality, she's worked hard to achieve her success, but Evelyn and Ronnie are excited in school. Jeremy's a bright young man with a girlfriend, and their backyard garden is thriving. Fame and prestigious jobs may come and go, but the peace Catalina finds at home will always remain. All right, these people are probably involved in the cult. Yep, they know all the culty people. Or the husband does. Like, Catalina's out working and the husband's involved in the cult. Sacrifice. Oh, this guy wants to be a werewolf. Okay, so we're going to start with him. We're going to hit play. But we know that they've got the same cult cars as everybody else. I'm going to leave it alone for a sec. Let's go and look at their little house. There it is. Okay, it's a little bit more modern. What kind of price do these cars fetch? $6. Alright, I'm going to get rid of them. Y'all know I can't do it. And let's see. It's kind of just the family car and maybe like a red sedan. Okay, because they're more of a modest family. I just don't see them as having, I mean, it's a nice house and everything, and she's famous, but I don't see her driving through the countryside in a sports car. Like, let's be reasonable. All right, so we're starting with the son, who obviously he was a friend of Malcolm. He's got the girlfriend Tanya. He knows Anselm, which is Malcolm's brother. So I don't know. Okay, so he knows some of the same people. Now let's see what he says. Jeremy has read so many mystery novels they can't help but suspect something is off. First, Evelyn sees Mr. Marvel and the homeless guy arguing at the church. There aren't many homeless people around here, so it must have been someone from out of town passing through. According to Evelyn, the man didn't look anything like Bruce, and that the same night Jeremy and the others saw him at the abandoned resort. So there is an abandoned resort. Well, everyone except Malcolm and Allison, who were on a date that night. Then Ben mentioned to his mom saying their dad was acting strange. No one ever saw the homeless guy again after his encounter with Mr. Marvel at the church. And what about the rumors of the cult operating in the area? How could any of this be connected to what happened to Malcolm? Jeremy really wants to put the pieces all together, but he's stumped. Maybe Tanya would have some ideas. All right, well, maybe. I don't know. All right, so nice house. You can see they have some nice space here. And then we've got the downstairs. Do we have a cultish basement? No. Oh, but wait, we got some. Oh, okay. It's just a nice outside. I was going to be like, they got a weird culty outside. I was ready. I was ready to scream cult. All right, so let's go up and we'll look at Mom first. Catalina just returned from a tiring photo shoot at a tropical location, looking forward to a much-needed rest. However, Evelyn started talking about some strange things she claimed to see at the church, which immediately caught Carson's attention. Then Catalina found out that Jeremy had a girlfriend she never met before, and to top it off, one of his friends passed away. This is definitely not the relaxing vacation she was hoping for. At this point, she just wants to escape to her garden, surrounded by her beloved, peaceful soil, which would shield her from drama. I think it actually said peaceful tomatoes. Okay, Carson has always been known as a great supporter and the shoulder to cry on, which is why he made a part of his job, in addition to being a teacher, also to be the school's psychiatrist. He even played a small role in the investigation of Malcolm Foxworthy's tragic incident, but unfortunately he couldn't prove much information. The kids seem to be doing fine and showing no sign of trouble, unlike his older brother Anselm. However, Anselm is no longer a student, so Carson's expertise didn't apply here. What does bother Carson is that what Evelyn has been telling other kids about Mr. Marvel doing something strange at the church one night. First of all, he needs to figure out a suitable punishment for sneaking out. Secondly, from an adult's perspective, the things she said seemed quite disturbing. Where did she even come up with such ideas? All right, I need you to go. How about you light a fire? We're probably going to need everybody to kind of come. Go here. Go here. Everybody's going to be freezing shortly. All right, and then Evelyn, is beyond annoyed that no one believes what she saw, especially Ronnie. He refuses to investigate the place with her, claiming he doesn't want to go to the church, but she knows he's just scared. What kind of brother is he after all? Melvin and Patricia aren't much help either. They are busy with weird noises from the basement. However, Evelyn has a feeling Jeremy might believe her, even if he doesn't want to admit it. When she mentioned the homeless guy looking man, Jeremy started asking about him, but the description he asked for doesn't match the one she saw. The man was completely different, not from around here, as Evelyn had never seen him before. Still, why would Jerry ask her about that? Ronnie just wants to spend as much time with Mom as possible before she jets off to another photo shoot on the other side of the world. But then here comes Evelyn spouting nonsense and causing Mom and Dad to worry. Why can't she just stop pretending like she's the center of attention? Oh, God. Without stress. Plus, even though he won't admit it, Ronnie's now scared there might be 2 homeless people wandering around town. Based on the question Jeremy asked Evelyn, it seems more than just one was seen. Mom always said to stay away from them because they carry disease and you could get sick. Why does everyone have to be so complicated around here? All right, what is this? Does she have to go to work? Yeah, Mom, please go to work. So Mom's headed to work. Everybody in my house is freezing to death. We will put some... There's a fire in the house. Okay, in the middle of everything, the house is going to burn to the ground. Somebody call the fire department. How about you ignore this? I need a fire department. Is there not a fire thingy in... Right. Is there a telephone in this house? How about you call... Please go call emergency. Go call the emergency. I don't even know if you can get through to call the emergency. Oh wait, don't go there. Call emergency. He's dead, I think. Call emergency. Can somebody please call emergency? I have another dead person. I have another dead person. Can somebody please call emergency? My house is on fire. Call emergency. Here we go. Somebody else is dead. Fire station. Oh my gosh. The whole family's gonna die. Oh, here goes Dad. Dad's gonna die. Why are these Sims so dumb? Oh my gosh. This was pure insanity. What that? Now he's going to pick up all these old things. Okay, we're not going to save this one. No. I just killed an entire family. I didn't really. Nobody put any fire safety crap in there. Does nobody watch my videos? Oh my gosh. All right. We still have some time. The next one. Okay, Anselm is who we're looking for. Let's see. I think this one here. So, I don't know. Okay, after reaching the age of independence, Anselm quickly left his home, severing ties with his parents and rejecting any financial assistance they offered. Because, you know, they're jerks, man. He often claims they aren't the kind-hearted Samaritans people believe them to be. However, Anselm is also known for his quick temper and generally unpleasant demeanor. So it's hard to know if his words should be taken seriously. Okay, so he is the dead kid's oldest brother. In case anybody wants to know. Look, he wants to jet off to another place. Where is he? Oh, here he is. Okay, so while we let this play, where's the front of this? He's in an apartment complex in kind of a little town area. So we're headed to the town area. So we went from the most expensive houses to the less expensive houses. Oh my God, and everybody has those damn cars. It's like the car cult. They're making me crazy with the cars. The car cult lives. Car cult. All right, so let's see. So as we go and we look and we see. Okay, so this is him here. Oh, cancel. Let's go over here. So he lives in this little place here. Okay, and he can go down here. And he definitely, no, he's not going to be part of the car cult. I mean, like, really. You can have a crappy car. There. All right. So, let's see. We're going to go up here. And we'll see what kind of job he has. He's a Marine or something. All right. But he's got personal problems. The next person who dares to pity Anselm for his loss had better watch out, or they might end up with a fat lip or at the bottom of the lake with a broken neck like Malcolm. That kid was spoiled rotten, but no one seems to notice. What's even more annoying is that Mom and Dad don't realize their son was sneaking out at night, hanging out at the abandoned resort. Not exactly model behavior, right? When Anselm caught him talking to that sketchy-looking homeless guy when nobody was around, he had had enough. Good thing for that weirdo, or Anselm would have gotten his hands even dirtier. But that can wait for another time. Right now, he's feeling liberated and fearless, ready to focus all his attention on Yvette. He knows she's seeing someone else, but he's not about to let her slip away that easy. He's come too far to let anybody stand in the way. OMG. Okay, so he's seeing Yvette, I guess, and she is seeing the other woman, and I think somebody else too, so like, there are issues, man, in this neighborhood. There's going to be more bloodshed. So there supposedly is an abandoned resort. We're going to have to go through some of the places here because obviously the resort is a problem. So I can turn up the ambient sounds and the sound effects a little bit because I turned down the music because it gets on my nerves. Who is that? That's Yvette. She said, bye, sweetie. Bye-bye. All right, so that's all there is for him. Let's go make sure there's no creepy... I don't see any creepy... He does not have any cult stuff written all over him. He's just angry. He obviously hated his brother. So yes, we are going to save this one because I didn't burn the children alive. That was not my fault. I want everybody to know I did not burn those kids on purpose. All right, let's go to the next. Yvette has arrived in Jasper Heights. OMG, she's a femme fatale. Okay, I think she also lives, oops. I think she also lives over here. Let's see. Yep, this is her. Since Yvette arrived in Jasper Heights, she's gained a reputation as the local femme fatale. Some of the more conservative locals are put off by her, but she doesn't let that bother her. She enjoys hearing the whispers about her as they spread from ear to ear while she performs at the local bar or strolls downtown, the downtown streets. It adds to her character, she likes to say, while Yvette acknowledges that her sometimes questionable lifestyle choices can have negative consequences. She can believe she always could change if she wants to. How will she deal with those affected by her decisions? She's not sure, but she is confident she will figure something out eventually. So, she is doing all of this on purpose. So, Yvette is a problem, and I think she's also sleeping with the vampire's sister's husband. I forget who they were, the Crawleys or something. We all know I'm not letting her keep that car. She might really have a car like that, but no. All right, she can have like a red pickup truck. All right, no. No. All right, so she's got this cute little place. Her place is much better decorated than, what's his face? What time does she... Oh, she's supposedly a rookie. I would have thought she was a dancer. I don't know. That doesn't work for me, but... All right, let's see. Things were going as smooth as butter, pun intended for Yvette. First, there was Claude. He's always going on about how he wants to leave town, which can be a bit annoying, but it's kind of flattering when he says Yvette is his escape at Jasper Heights, and it helps him forget about the scary house he lives in. Yvette doesn't really get it, though. Claude says Lionel gives him the creeps, but she thinks he's nice. He even invited her to some meetings or something, and even though she wasn't really paying attention, she figures she might go. Who knows? Who knows who she might meet there? Marnie mentioned something about it too, but Yvette was too distracted by how cute Marnie is to take her seriously. But to be honest, Marnie might just be Yvette's favorite. Then there's Anselm. Things started off great. He's handsome, muscular, and amazing with woohoo. But lately, his wild side has been coming out more and more, and now Yvette tries to avoid him as much as possible. He's just weird. All right, so you can see she is kind of aroused with everyone. I truthfully think she'd be better off in a dancer career, and if I was going to play a family... Oh, my phone is saying low battery. I might have to stop and get that. But... Anyway, what was I going to say? Somebody's texting me. But I would play her and I'd make her a dancer because it sounds to me like, or a bartender. She's working at the local bars and she's a problem. But I think that's kind of where she would go. Give me a second. I got to plug my phone in and I won't be able to see some text here if I don't do this. Let's see, I gotta pull something else up here too. And we can put down OBS. And restream. Let's chatty. No, we did that. Did we fix the background music?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, I did not even see your text till right now. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, so let's see who's next. Alright, so after Yvette, Angelo and Diane. Now, Tanya was the girlfriend of the people that we burned alive. It wasn't my fault, I swear. Angelo and Diane did their best to raise their daughter Tanya to be a good person and provide her with everything she needed. However, she ended her teenager years. She started to rebel against even the smallest comments, running off with her new boyfriend or exploring the abandoned resort across the bay. Hang on a minute. Is this the abandoned resort over here? Cancel. I don't want to quit. Okay, so now the abandoned resort across the bay. Where is the abandoned resort across the bay? Maybe it's over here. My guess is this is going to be the abandoned resort. Okay, I'm thinking that's going to be the abandoned resort. Sorry, guys. This abandoned resort has been thwarting me. Alright. It's funny how the most well-behaved kids always seem drawn to the most dangerous, risky places. Dun, dun, dun. Are you enjoying this, N Black?
Yes, I am.
Oh my God, they got the cult mobiles. Okay, we all know I'm not going to let them keep them. Okay, let's see what their little place looks like. Okay, it's a regular house. Let's do one yucky car and one sedan. Okay. Alright, so we're going to look at this and we're going to let the sun come up. Oh yeah, it's like a little split level. It's very cute. Again, we're in the more modest area of town. So, very nice. All right, let's see. So as the time's going, they started us with her. Diane prays for things to be peaceful and avoid all the drama happening around their family as much as possible. She has no interest in cult rumors and, for goodness sakes, murders. Now that's just life. You can't avoid troubles. And what does it have to do with the murder of all things? It definitely looks like it was an accident. Those people seem so bored out of their minds they'll find anything to speculate. Do we think this is a speculation? It was for sure murder. I'm sorry. It was murder. All right. Yeah, I think their little house is cute. Let's go to Dad. Angelo is trying his best to adopt his wife's blissful ignorance, but strange things keep happening around here. He doesn't have a problem with religion, but some people at the local church act like occultists, trying to pull anyone who looks their way into their meetings. Some of the neighbors seem a bit off without the cult's involvement. There's Yvette, the starlet who's always making out with someone, and Anselm, who seems normal at first but's been acting weird lately. Everyone deals with loss differently, but the way he talked about it, maybe Angelo's just overthinking things, but it almost sounded like he was relieved his brother was gone. I think these people are into country music. Tanya just wants to have a good time and hang out with Jeremy, but all he can talk about is this crazy theory about Mr. Marvel being involved with what happened with poor Malcolm. Like, seriously, how does that make sense? From what Tanya knows, some homeless guy just wanted to crash at the church for a night. Mr. Marvel, who helps look after the church, told him no. They argued. The guy took off. Of course, Mr. Marvel was stressed out after that. Homeless people can be unpredictable. Look at Bruce, for example. And what about that weirdo Anselm? Why is everyone ignoring him? Even Tanya's dad, who buddies with him, thinks he's a bit off his rocker. Tanya even saw him lurking around the blonde lady's place. It's unlikely he did anything to Malcolm since they're brothers and all, but Tanya can't remember Malcolm ever saying anything nice about Anselm either. And she wants to go steady with Jeremy. So there you got it. Everybody's getting ready to go to school and go to wherever. So here you are. Let's look at their little neighborhood in the daylight. So this is your little town. Looks perfectly normal. I like their orange kitchen. Noelle would like the orange kitchen. I know orange is her favorite color. This house is very orange. Oh, they're all up here playing poker. Okay, like the poker. It works. I was hoping to get them all to work and to school and whatever. Let's see, maybe Mom can change owner Diane. And maybe Dad change owner and Angelo. All right. And doesn't one of them have to go to work? Maybe not. I don't know. Who's going to work? 9 a.m. Where did she go? 10. Oh, and she's not even going to work today. All right, it's fine. And then Angelo goes to work in an hour. All right, everybody get lost. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Everybody leave. I don't think you've noticed your enthusiasm for games. I noticed my enthusiasm for games. Oh, he's a legal biller. And what does she do? She's a project leader. Okay. Interesting. So I don't know how I would play this family. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. How would you play these families? If you were going to play through this, I mean, it could be interesting to come in here and take like a couple of the family members and play with them. I mean, it's an interesting town, that's for sure. Kara crazy for divorcing her husband. Okay, so where's Kara? So we went through these people, and we went through these people. So maybe we gotta come over here. That's Gibbs. Mulligan. Okay, so this is her. So now we're coming to this side of town. People used to call Kara crazy for divorcing her husband and taking all his stuff and moving to a remote town with the kids. But look at it now. Look at her now, living in her own mansion by the lake, making ends meet. Was it a risky move? Definitely. Did it pay off financially? Not really, but morally, absolutely. And let's be real. Would you rather live in a cramped apartment where your ex could show up at any moment, or in a cozy house by the water, surrounded by nature, friendly neighbors? Bet that loser wouldn't even know where to start looking for Kara and the kids now. I don't know about you, but everything else that's been going on in this neighborhood, her ex is living next door and is a vampire. Like, and is going to eat the children. All right, let's take a look at this house. She's saying she's in a house near the water. Yeah, she is. Oh, look, she's right across from the water. Okay. That's fair. Oh, my God, she's got one of the cars. She's got the cult, you know, it's the cult mobile. Okay, she's a single mother. Like, let's be reasonable. Like, I don't want her to spend too much money. As somebody who's been a single mother, like, let's give her like a car that, you know, she's not gonna spend too much. Although this is pretty decent. I feel like there are some things that did not come over. Let's see here, because she does not have a basement. Okay, reason being, when you come upstairs, there's only the baby stuff. It looks like maybe there was a desk there at some point. I mean, maybe we could try a cheapy desk. Okay, and cheapies, beds. I need 2 cheap beds because so this happens sometimes when you have like neighborhood stuff. All right, they are going to need, we have a child. We don't want anybody freezing to death. So we're going to need some heaty things. Let's put one there. Put one in the kids' room. All right, and they'll all survive. Okay, we're going to hit the timer. And we're going to take a look at our little house, which is cute. Let's see. Oh, that's cute. It's like a little Cape Cod. How precious. Cute. She's got a little pool out here. Yeah. And she's got like a little upstairs entry. Yeah, I don't know that she's living large, but all right, let's look and see. Oh my goodness, she knows Lionel. She wants to talk to Lionel. She's doomed. Yep. All right, well, she's not very smart. Some may call Kara reckless or out of her mind for what she's done, but she couldn't care less. Let them think what they want. She's on endless vacation at the beach. Now the only two things she fears are the bill collectors and her ex returning to claim everything she took, including the kids. Dealing with bill collectors would be a piece of cake. Her ex was a psycho. Money is easier to find than hiding from someone who would hurt you just for breathing too loud. But Kara may have a way out. There might be people who could protect her, but she feels like this situation needs to go straight to the top instead of dealing with the little guys. Just one phone call could potentially solve everything. So she thinks if she calls the head vampire, this is going to solve her stuff. Yeah, she is not too smart. All right, well. All right, so they're all in the baby's room, kind of talking and playing. All right, let's see what the poor kid thinks. It's easy to see that Cillian is very mature for his age, especially considering his family background. When he was younger, he felt helpless because he couldn't protect his mom from his dad's anger. Now, the only man in the house, he's determined to do whatever he can to ensure his mom... Okay, hang on. Am I back? Testing, testing. Still nothing? Testing. Okay, I don't know why.
We did it.
What happened?
It's finally up and running.
Yay!
After all this headache. We did it, 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 we did it. Oh my god. Fucking bell time.
Yay!
I'm gonna go. Good.
Did it come back, Noe?
Nope.
What's off?
I don't know, my mic cut out.
It's picking up.
It's saying, she said she can't hear it. Testing. Testing, testing. Hello.
Huh. Go into your game and see if any audio is coming through.
Yep.
Is that
I have the speaker on over here. It's not. Something's coming through.
I mean, this volume's cranked, but I don't even hear the game. That's on what, YouTube?
I'm on Twitch too, and it's not working.
There's Tipsy. I just wanted to reload it. It looks like you're playing Heartopia. No,
Yeah,
everything
it's
works.
fine.
Yeah, she just had the refresh.
Sorry, everybody. We couldn't hear me. This guy is mad at her. What is his problem? What a jerk. Hang on, everybody. 1 second. 1 second. I'll be right back. Hang on. Keep watching. Don't let that jerk kill me. So how did you get it to work, Don? I told everybody to be right back. Are you liking the murder?
Yeah.
How am I doing?
You're doing good. Yeah, sorry about that. I thought we had just done that.
Is that you or somebody else writing to me? Okay, sorry gang. I thought I was not on, and we're fine. We're fine. I don't know who that jerky guy was that kicked over my trash can. Like, he was the guy who is having the affair with the next door neighbor guy. But why is he mad at me? Let's see, are we mad at him? No. What the heck? He must just be an angry individual. Okay, so we know that she's going to call the cult leader. All right, so we got a little bit more time. Maybe she should go out here. Now, isn't that the wife? Yeah, that's the wife of the guy. Let's turn around and see. Because they're living on the beach. Look how cute this is. Oh my gosh, look. Here's more of these things. So, I guess this just means it's a sharp corner ahead. So, maybe that's not where the kid died. Remember I said there was a place where it looked like the kid died. But this is a very cute little house. I'm sure the guy who she's running from is living next door, and now she's going to get involved with Lionel. And she might as well just assume she's a dead woman. What happens to all these people's kids if they become vampires? If we let this whole town become a vampire-driven haven, what happens then? Like, really? What is it then? All right, to the next one. Oh, Rosalind. All right, they hate Rosalind. No, it's not him. Campbell. There we go. Rosalind's a prime example of someone who has always put herself first. Now she's older and alone. She's decided to transform her large empty house into a guest house. There are only 3 rooms available, and the constant bright light from the nearby lighthouse may not be ideal. However, the nearby hotel is miles away, and the town does attract its fair share of tourists. This is like Silent Hill. So the business isn't completely doomed. When it is not quite a road trip, it's not quite a road trip season yet, Rosalind enjoys wandering around and eavesdropping on her neighbors and offers unsolicited advice. Well, dear, in my opinion. And she likes to share some good gossip too, of course. Okay, and we know, not only is she part of the cult, she wants to take over and be leader of the vampires. I do not mind that Rosalind is super duper ambitious, but she seems a little bit like a witch, and I don't mean a he witch. I do like her property, however. We're gonna start so we can get some light. Everything, all these start at 5 a.m. And here you go. Yeah, so you got this nice view of the thing. She's part of the fancy car cult. Yeah, really nice. Pretty. Okay, she lives at the bottom of the hill. Bottom. I'm starting to sound like that guy from Frighteners. You know, I keep repeating myself. The bottom of the hill. Bottom. Because it's at the bottom of the hill. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like crazed. All right, let's see here. Oh, are these... Huh. Are they... Is this a hotel? It can't be a hotel and have her live there at the same time. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna go down. Yeah, so they just have the doors. So I guess she's living in this little room here. Oh, look how cute. Yeah, I hate all the music stuff, but very cute. Very cute. Okay, we want to hear a little bit. Can you please come down here and turn this off? Maybe you can recycle and have like an omelet for breakfast. All right, she got some fish. This is very cute. I mean, I could see people wanting to stay here. All right, let's see what craziness she has to say. Overall, things are going really well for Rosalind. It's not just about the job or her business, but more importantly, the group is doing great. That's her Satan group. And thanks to her undeniable effort, she's natural finding new people, probably to eat for dinner. Even now, when tourist season is over and recruiting guests isn't an option, she still manages to find new people. And let's be honest, she's damn proud that she's doing better than Hubert and his wife, those amateurs. What did they expect? Rosalind's been doing this for ages. She does feel a bit sad that they beat her in getting rid of that little problem Malcolm Foxworthy. What the heck? But that's okay. She wasn't dying to get her hands dirty anyway. Although she's afraid that it might come to that soon because of what she heard is true. And Bruce is back in town. She has to find a way to get rid of him again. And for better or worse, she will most likely have to do it herself. Okay, so I have a mod. Look at her bills, $1,300. I have the Works Anywhere mod. And so they will serve now this. So that works because she's trying to run an inn. Here, just go eat your leftover. And then hopefully the little lady will clean up. Yeah, so she's more than a hee-hee witch. She's just a witch, man. Oh, but I like her little property. It's very cute. Well, wait, is there a basement? No, no basement. I was hoping for more weird occulty things with the basement. But very cute. Nice lighthouse. What's over here? By the lighthouse. Okay, so I mean, I don't feel like it gave us any real deep knowledge that we did not already know. And whatever. All right. We just learned that we hate her more. We hate her mostest. Anybody who likes her, you can let me know in the comments down below. She's not my cup of tea. All right, next victim is Cody and Jody. Cody and Jody. Not her. We're looking for Cody and Jody, not him. There you go. When people first lay eyes on Cody and Jody, they can't help but crack a smile. How adorable they are together. They share matching names, and Jody playfully jokes about it, and Cody responds by calling her silly while holding her hand. However, if you spend more than 10 minutes in their company, you might start to notice that Cody's constant teasing of Jody begins to feel a bit overbearing. It seems like he doesn't want her to speak at all, and she ends up smiling quietly and putting herself down for not knowing much about anything. The odd dynamic tends to push people away, but Jody and Cody don't seem fazed by the awkward exits of others as soon as they walk in, or at least that's the impression they want others to believe. Okay, I believe they are in the cult as well. They're culties. They're culties. We know now at this point by who their friends are. Okay, cute. They've got the cult car. Okay, we're gonna let... This is a very cute house. Another not far from the beachy kind of place. Very nice. Alright. Let's see. You only had to sell your soul, but you got a great house and a nice little yellow car. That's part of the cult. Part of being a vampire. Okay, I don't think they have a basement. No, they don't. I can't even go down another level. They are basement free. So let's see what he has to say. While Cody married Jody, he never imagined how exhausted one could become from being around another person. At first, her awkwardness and obvious self-esteem issues were endearing, but how quickly they grew tiresome. Eventually, he found himself going along with Jody's self-deprecating remarks, even though he knew it was wrong, but he couldn't help but vent his frustration. Matching names didn't mean matching hearts, but at least Cody has finally found somebody who understands him. Uh-oh. Okay, so he is running around with Alana McCarthy. I don't really remember who she was, but he is stepping out and she wants a baby. All right, so let's see. Lately, Jody has been reflecting on the direction her life has taken. After many nights spent alone, deep in thought, she can't help but feel disheartened. Seems like everyone sees her as just another aimless girl who settled for marrying a successful man, avoiding making her own decisions. And to be honest, there was a time that was true, but she wasn't sure what she wanted in life. But now things have changed. Jody's determined to prove everybody wrong about her intelligence, and despite what Cody may say, she knows she's not as clueless as everybody thinks. Rosalind mentioned that there are people out there who would be interested in hearing about what Jody has to say, and she's eager to meet them. All Jody really wants is for somebody to listen. Now we know she's going to be involved in the cult. Now we know. Here they are. Look. Yes, Jody. Or Cody, whatever freaking heck her name is. We will come listen to you, Jody. One of us. One of us. Okay, let's see. She's unemployed, and he's a specialist. He's a doctor. All right. So he's going to go to work soon, and she is part of the cult. Well, she's becoming part of the cult, obviously. Okay, he fears becoming a vampire. My guess is she wants to become a vampire. No, she does not, but she wants a baby, and obviously she's willing to get what she wants. All right, so that was these two. They all have, I want to point out that they all have, this town has the worst lives. They all should have just moved out. There was obviously a toxic spill when the water got loose. Affected all of their little minds. All right, here we go. Next one. After the regrettable incident, we need to find Laszlo. Wait. Is it going to be Laszlo? Alright. After the regrettable incident involving drunk driving, Laszlo decided to lay low for a while and moved into the house he used to rent while filming one of his movies. He's currently torn between hoping his lawyers will handle everything and considering changing his name and leaving the country while drowning his sorrows in expensive champagne. At least it's not cheap. During his walk of shame, but things seem to be calmed down in Jasper Heights for now. These people aren't up in the latest scandals. So even if somebody recognizes him, they probably won't know what he's done. At least that's what Laszlo tells himself to sleep at night. Yeah, he should join the cult too, just because I think he should be eaten. When Spothy plays her zombie games, I always am like, oh, look, he wants to call Lionel. He's part of the cult, and he wants a car. He's obviously not part of the cult because he doesn't have his yellow cult mobile. Anyway, I always say when Spothy's playing her games that to kill the zombies or to eat somebody. They're my only two things. I'm always watching, and I'm always like, yeah, eat them, kill them. They're my two recommendations for everything. You either eat them or kill them. Cute house. I really like the homes. The building style here and everything was very cute. He's obviously a single party animal. Okay, let's go down. Yeah, interesting party dude. This is like what Don Lothario should have been living. But I guess this guy is supposed to be a movie star or something. There is no basement. For an artist like Laszlo, Jasper Heights is the last place he wants to be stuck. It's too quiet. Nothing ever happens and people are boring. I know how he feels. Coming from the big city, the idea of everyone knowing each other is just ridiculous. On the bright side, this dull town could be great inspiration for a psychological thriller. Amidst the crowd of clueless folks who can't tell Spielberg from Tarantino, there's one person who stands out that makes Laszlo's awful stay a little bit more bearable. It's Lionel. He's charismatic, ambitious, and just as bored as Laszlo. He even mustered up the courage to reveal his true identity to Lionel. My guess is he was, I was going to say intoxicated, but I didn't mean with alcohol. I meant that the vampire had. Anyway. Sparking some expected interest in his mind. Though it seems like the guy is more intrigued by wealthy people, Laszlo knows rather than Laszlo himself. Maybe Lionel isn't familiar with Laszlo's work, which is actually a relief. As much as he would love to talk about himself, it's probably best that he doesn't, just to play it safe. Yeah. So anyway. Oh, and they've got him as a blockbuster director. Yeah, so he doesn't even have a driveway, so you couldn't give him a car. But, I mean, his little place is very, very... and his bills are only $718. His next set of bills, he will be crippled forever. And my daughter would tell you that is true. All right, so let's see. Does he know? Oh, he's pretty much friends with Lionel. He's also friends. I think this girl, Bridget, she's kind of the town historian. So he really doesn't know many people. He doesn't like many people. I get that. Yep. Okay, so we're leaving him. He only works a couple times a week. So, I don't know. The closest person who I think did it was that Wyndham guy. He was very creepy. He's like, yeah, I'll kill somebody. I'll kill somebody to do what I want. Gilbert. Oh, I think Gilbert was the drunk. Like, half of them are drunks, but you'll see. Gilbert's passion lies in the early morning diving and enjoying ice cold beer. That's why he works as a diver and can often be found at the bar by the lake. He believes in simple solutions for every task, a philosophy that he's held since childhood. Lately, Gilbert's been contemplating finding a significant other, but he's struggling to find a straightforward answer. There's Bridget Harrelson, whom Gilbert assisted with researching the remains of the old town at the bottom of the lake, and there's Kara Mulligan, the single mother who could use some support. I was suspecting that he was the husband. Will the answer reveal itself in due time, or does Gilbert need to take action quickly? The uncertainty of choosing the direction is driving him crazy. Does anybody know who did it? Who did it? Who done do it? All right, so here he is. Oh, he's friends with that crabby guy. All right, so we're going to let the time. He's got a nice little place here. I sometimes like littler places, like starter homes, rather than the big ones. Yeah, it's cute. I don't know if anybody looks at these and they're like, oh, they're houses from Pleasant View. Just saying. Like a little bit redone. Cute. He's got the Colt mobile. Sounds like he's playing something somewhere. I don't know. There he is. He's right in front of me. He's playing something somewhere, but I don't know where. And again, a bed did not come over for him. He's going to need a bed. I did not check everybody's stuff, so there may be, if we go back through a second time at any point, you may need to say, yo, Tipsy Mommy. That person does not have a bed. All right, let's see what he has to say. What's going on with everybody in this town? First, Robin and Joseph ditched Gilbert and are now always hanging out together, doing who knows what. Such great friends, right? So now Gilbert figured he might as well get to know Bridget while she has some free time. Everything was going well until she started talking about joining some cult and mentioned a Foxworthy kid with some sensational news. Great, just what he needs to hear. So he turned his attention to Kara, who seems cool but keeps bringing up the meetings at the church she's heard about. Gilbert isn't into the religious stuff. Even Alan seems to be up to something with that secret stuff lately. Why is everything about the cults and secrets with these people? Yeah. He's also friend with Joseph, who we all know is a little strange. There's his buddy Alan. Alright. So he's not interested in the cult, even though he's got the cult car. But obviously he's missing some furniture. So there's some furniture, I guess, that just didn't come over. That's okay. That's okay. He's coming up in the world. And if I was playing through, he'd get some furniture and I'd get rid of that car. All right, next victim. Oh, here's Bridget. We know Bridget. All right, so that's Gibbs. Is this Bridget? No. Where is Bridget? This must be her. If there's anyone in this town who knows absolutely everything about Jasper Heights, it's Bridget. Funny enough, she's not actually from here. But after hearing the tragic story of the area, she felt the urge to come and study it further. She spent years tearing apart the local library and talking to those who have lived here long enough to be useful. Now she could easily write a whole book series about how the people's prejudice can ruin a fine town reputation. Any sane person would stop there, but Bridget knows there's still something out there yet to be discovered. She doesn't know what that is just yet, but she will go down to the very bottom of the lake and dig in the soil with her bare hands if she has to. She's determined to find out what is being hidden from her. Dun dun dun. Yeah, they're definitely going to kill her. Oh, she wants to be a vampire. Yep. Here we go. That sounds like this town. We're going to hit play so we can see her. And so some of these things are locked in when you get in here. And so that's locked in as they want for her to be a vampire. And she's dancing. I don't know what it is with these people and the dancing. They just need to dance. Bridget was absolutely shocked when she discovered the infamous Silver Lights cult. The one she read so much about in the archives actually existed, and it's been right here under her nose the whole time. Now she has an opportunity to join. She wouldn't miss it for anything. Of course, it's all in the name of uncovering facts about the town's history, and she doesn't truly believe in all the paranormal stuff, though she won't lie. She's a little nervous about getting involved after Malcolm's approached her that night asking about the cult's former leader and then turning up dead. But she's come too far to turn back. Plus, she won't be going alone. Gilbert's going to go with her. He hasn't given her a definite answer yet, but she knows she can trust him. At least, he didn't look at her like she was crazy. Unlike the McCarthy folks, Bridget's really thought they could help, considering they're the oldest ones around here. I think she doesn't know as much as she thinks she does. Look, she's friends with Lionel. Okay. For an outsider, she's not too bright. Okay, and I also, for sure, she would not have that car. She would not have the car. You know that car makes me crazy. What the heck? Okay, we're going to give her blue junk car. Which works because, like I said, if I was playing this, can we just have it be daytime? Alright, so there. We're at the day. She's got to leave in an hour. What does she do? She's a clam wrangler. I'm not sure that's what I would have had her as either. A scientist, maybe. I don't know. I'd see her more as a writer, but maybe she's a scientist. Maybe. You guys will have to tell me, do you see her? I see her more as a writer. Morris and Margaret. Okay, so that was Harris. McCarthy. Morris and Margaret were taken aback when their daughter called to say she and her husband were coming to stay for a while. Even though it wasn't a convenient time, they were thrilled to have him. However, once Alana arrived, she seemed preoccupied with mysterious business and won't discuss it. And Alan, though a nice guy, started showing interest in things he shouldn't be involved in. Why do problems seem to come all at once? I don't know, Spothy. Why do they come all at once? She said she doesn't know. All right. What's going on here that she's... Okay, I don't know. All right, so... Oh, these people are outside in their undies. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. All right, we're going to let this play. We're going to check out their house. Cute. Cute, cute. Again, it's another one of those Pleasant View homes that they just did a little bit of renovating on. They would not have the Colt cars. Sorry. I do not believe it for a second. I see these old people as a little old black sedan, and I don't know, the young people just came, they could have a red car. I don't know, but I just don't see it. I know, I'm judgmental. I can't help it. All right, so here we are. So, oh my gosh, look at the dirt. They're dirty people. All right, so somebody should come up here. Can you please clean? And probably there should be a bed in this top bedroom. And yeah. All right, so we're just top bedroom bed. There. Yeah. All right, so little old lady, she's probably shouldn't be the one doing it, but that's how it's going to work. So while we send her up to clean the upstairs bathroom, because it was freaking disgusting, okay? And I'm even okay with slave labor with old people. All right, it appears that the unsettling rumors are true. The dreadful cult has resurfaced. Even worse, they are once again taking the lives of innocent people. Morris is faced with a dilemma he hoped he'd never deal with again. I think Morris is a vampire slayer. What should he do? It seems that flooding the downhill part of the town did not solve the problem. Oh my God, he flooded the town. While it did temporarily stop those individuals, he hoped that after all of the effort that he put in and the lives lost, the cult would be gone for good. He should have known better than trusting the hag Rosalind. Oh my gosh, and Rosalind knows. But let's just leave that part to the skies to judge. For now, he must figure out what's new with this generation of crazies up to and play nice with them. Luckily, Margaret has kept his secret, so his cover is secure unless Alan messed things up. As much as Morris likes the boy, he can be quite nosy. Oh, no. And we know Rosalind is trying to get the cult for herself. Margaret knew exactly what she was getting into when Morris popped the question. She was well aware of his lifelong mission to take down the Silver Lights cult. We're going upstairs because the young people are much too noisy. All right, she's obviously out here spying on the cult. And he's probably looking things up about the cult. All right. She supported him wholeheartedly and found a way to deal with their town while working at the mayor's office, believing there was no other option because that's what he told her. But when Morris broke the news that the cult resurfaced, Margaret had locked herself in the bathroom for hours. Sorry, bless me. She knows her husband's well enough understood that there's no stopping him, and with her daughter back in town, she can't let history repeat itself. She's the only one that can intervene and prevent Morris from going down this dangerous path. Oh my gosh. Honey, I'm not going to stop. Alan wasn't a big fan of moving here because of how the heck he's supposed to fulfill his dream of a band living in this place. But then, considering Alana's situation, is probably the best choice to make. After all, who is he to judge someone for running away from their problems? Plus, now he's overheard Morris speaking to Margaret about some mission he wouldn't leave for anything. He has to find out what he's up to. They've been living here for decades. What if there's some hidden treasure? What if there's a secretly crazy rich? He could use that to start his band. Elena promised herself after her last failed heist. Oh my God, she's a bank robber. She was done with robbing places, but here she was, agreed to rob the bank in her hometown with Amelia Palmery. Someone she barely knew. Why did she do it? Simple. She needs the cash. And here's the kicker. Elena hasn't seen her cut yet, even though it's been months. And she can't do anything about it because she has no way to pressure the gal. Maybe Alana could come up with some situation. Despite being a slob, oh, Alan, he sometimes has bright ideas, but he'd call her crazy. Maybe she could trust Cody on this. He's been understanding of how Lena makes a living, so that might be worth a shot. Plus, there's reasons why Cody won't go to the police. So at least Alana has the power over something in her life. Oh my gosh, these people in this town are terrible. Alright, so she's a bank robber. And he's unemployed. He wants a baby. No. She wants to become a werewolf, become a vampire. They're all nuts. They are all cray-cray. Okay, and he flooded the town to get rid of the cult the last time. Pure insanity. Well, and that horrible monster Rosalind knows it all. My guess is she would kill them too. I'd kill them. I mean, not that I'm a monster or anything, but I'd kill them. Bruce is the kind of guy... Okay, so Bruce is going to be all the way over here, I think. I think this is Bruce. Yeah, Bruce is the kind of guy you'd expect to find in every town. A bit of a recluse who lives in an old abandoned resort and avoids interacting with anyone else in the town. But some of the locals who have spotted him lurking in the shadows swear he looks familiar, like a ghost from the past haunting of Jasper Heights. The teenagers who use the abandoned resort as their hangout know the truth. Bruce is no ghost. He's a regular guy trying to keep to himself. Anybody who looks at these vampires and thinks that they are regular guys... Anyway. They won't admit it, though, since he made them promise not to tell anybody who lives there. Who knows why he's so secretive? I do. He's a vampire. And where are the police? Our one investigator did a crap job. Oh my God, he is a grilled cheese sim. So not only is he a weird vampire, he is a grilled cheese aspiration sim. Where's the front of this? Okay, so we're going to let the timer go and put all the walls and stuff up so that we can see. Okay, this does not look like a good resort. I mean, what happened to this resort? Can somebody please tell me? They didn't finish building it. Oh, look, here's the coffin over here. Okay, then over here, there's like party crap. Okay. And then I saw Bruce somewhere. Looks like there's water. Oh, here's some stuff here. Where is Bruce? Oh, he was over here. Oh, he's painting. Oh, here. Okay, so there's like a little area here where Bruce lives. And he's over here being a nice little... Like, he's an eclectic vampire. I don't know why anybody is, like, picking on him. Okay? Like, what's wrong with you people? Alright, and all he wants is grilled cheese. He's just a nice vampire. Gosh. Once upon a time, there resided a benevolent king who governed his kingdom with compassion, never intending to harm anyone. However, tragedy struck. When his most devout follower, Lady Campbell, and his closest friend, Lord McCarthy, betrayed him. They maliciously submerged his beloved kingdom in the murky depths of the lake, falsely accusing him of atrocity, imprisoning him, and expunging his name from history. After enduring years of torment, the king managed to escape his confines, but was forced to live in obscurity, wandering the streets of the kingdom that had long forgotten his existence. One fateful day, a noble knight by the name of Sir Foxworthy, that was Malcolm, appeared for the first time in many years, and the truth was acknowledged and believed. The knight vowed to bring justice to the old king, yet tragically his efforts were thwarted as he was ruthlessly slain before the king's eyes. History repeats itself, and the cycle of betrayal appear to be never ending. So if we believe that, it was the old people who killed him. What the hell? Do we believe the old people did it?
Yes.
Blah. He's going to burn alive. There he goes. Into his coffin. All right. Well, according to this, Lady Campbell and Lord McCarthy betrayed him. Please get in your coffin and stay in your coffin, sir. Get in there. Okay, so once he gets in his coffin and stays in his bloody coffin. Bruce, I've come to offer you a membership to Muse Art Studio. Okay. You're such a great artist, Bruce. Campbell and McCarthy. So according to this, he witnessed it. Yeah, so McCarthy was the old people. Gordy, Gibbs, Clancy. It was the old lady. It was Rosalind and the people that flooded the town supposedly killed the kid. What the world? I don't know. What does everybody think of that? I'm sitting here like in horror. I'm going to the Arboretum while we think about this. Mrs. Langford was a great botanist who knew how to take good care of her plants, but after she sadly passed away due to some gas leak, the town turned her house into the community arboretum so that anyone could come and look at the gorgeous green children. Oh, don't worry about the gas issue. That's been resolved long ago. This town is cursed. What do you guys think? Do we believe the old people killed the kid? Spothy. I'm terrified. I can't believe it. Okay, well, here's the botanical garden. And hopefully there's no gas leak. Otherwise, we're all going to explode. It's very cute. If anybody wants, we could go in and play somebody and come down here to any of these if you want. So we're gonna kind of go through these real quick. So here's the upstairs. There's not much going on here. And then the downstairs. Oh, there's a little coffee shop. That's cute. Okay. And then you go over into the Arboretum. Oh, that's very cute. There's an upstairs. Oh, so you can look down. That's adorable. This was a cute build. Very adorbs. Very, very cute. All right. Well, no hint of dead bodies or the gas leak. Yeah, nice. Okay, we're getting ready. We only got a half hour. I got to get off by 7. Anybody thinking? Okay, let's do the Columbia Beach. This place used to be a water pump station, but after it burned down, how ironic. It became a neglected version of the Rapture Promenade. It's now a hangout local spot for hippies, punks, and questionable subcultures to engage in their activities. Despite the broken glass and scattered sand, the oddly murky water, the place actually isn't too bad. Okay, why is it every place we go, one place is more horrible than the next? You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you'd like me to come back here. We could actually have like some of the teens, since the story is technically about, I was putting a roof to see, okay, there's no roofs. So this is the beach. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it looks too terrible. I can make this look way more terrible. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you'd like me to come back here and we could play some of the kids or some of the people, you know, and see. And Black says she believes it. She believes the old people are the killers. But we could play with a couple of these people and see if we could figure out, like, We could have the cult meeting. We could have the teens come and visit. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty terrible. What kind of town situated near a large body of water doesn't have a fancy beach area? Jasper Heights. Couldn't miss the hype wave. Get it? So here's a spot where you can swim, grab a snack, or do whatever those beach goers like doing. Well, let's hope it's nice. So, N Black and Spothy, you will have to let me know if you think, since I guess we solved the mystery, I don't know what the true, oh my God, it's a horrible bathroom. I love it. Anybody who's ever watched me knows I love when a bathroom's really disgusting. Okay, so here's a beach. I'm not sure it's a nice beach area, but it's a beach. But anyway, we could come in here and we could play as the kids. That could be fun. Okay. There was nothing to see there. Nothing. I have not found any other occult viewing. What's this? By the lighthouse. A bar by the lighthouse. What a shocker. But before you say anything, no, they don't primarily serve seafood here because there is no sea nearby. However, they could still offer you some salted carp as a snack with your beer. If you're interested, it's definitely going to be the best you've ever had. So as we go and we check out some of these builds, you can let me know in the comments if you like this. We could also do a whole other mystery and just go through just so you could see. Sometimes it's just fun to see how other people have built and created their stories. Oh, this is a cute little bar restaurant. Very cute. Yeah, I don't see any occult going on there. All right, let's see. Anything else here that I am missing? Can't go into the lighthouse. What's that? That's for sale. There's nothing on the island. All right, so we're going to have to go over this way. I think there's some stuff here. That's for sale. All right, so there's a concert hall. All right, we'll start here. Some quaint old buildings, which include Sinclair's, which is the market, the grocery, Vinta Bank. Unfortunately, it's closed due to a robbery. The Haberdashery, which is clothing. Emporia Arcades. All right, so we're going in there. So like I said, I do think this would be good to play like a couple different Sims. Like I think a couple of teenagers, maybe one or two singles. Okay, so let's put all the walls. And here you go. So it's like a little downtown. So the bank is obviously the one in the middle, which is closed. Okay, so you got your food. The bank is I love how they use the lockers. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. And then here is your arcade in the back here and karaoke. Very cute. Like a likey. Adorbs. Yep. I'm gonna put that all up just because I like when you come to a place and you know all the walls are up. I don't think I did that on the last place, but I will admonish myself later. Say admonish. All right, so, and the next one is another part of downtown area includes Blue Ribbon Restaurant, the second most luxurious catering place in town after Kashmir, and the 1958, a colorful bowling alley that hasn't changed much since 1958. Okay, very cute. Okay, so here is your bougie dining area. I like it. Yeah, you guys know me. I would change it, but it's cute. I'm itching to get in there and build. I like the pink lanes. Spothy, it's red on the bottom and pink on the top. My daughter, she's been having some pink trouble, and she swears she hates pink, and then everything has been pink. But bless you. Yeah, very cute. That was cute too. I'd have to take her sim to the pink bowling alley. That could be another thing. We could make our sim selves and we could move to Jasper Heights, Noelle would probably want to become part of the cult. Library. The old-fashioned library for the old-fashioned town. Nowadays, it functions more as a museum. Vintage books and newspapers and records. The old library is submerged beneath the dark waters of the lake. The spot may also suit you for a quiet place to gather your thoughts, which is a bit odd considering Jasper Heights is already one of the sleepiest towns, but we're not judging. Did you see the pink? She missed the pink, I can tell. Okay, so here, I like the middle thing for the library. I like how they did the nooks. Over here, that's fantastic. I'm totally stealing that idea. All right, let's see. Like how they utilize this building. Cute, cute, cute. Yeah, that's cute too, how they did the books upstairs. Very cute. Very, very. Yep, I'm totally for it. Cute library. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, this is the front, I guess. I hope so, because yeah, I guess that's the back. Because whatever it's called, the phone booth is over there. You know, that thing. The thing, man. It's the thing. All right, we're headed back to Jasper Heights. Y'all just must be gaming while you're... The Songbird. The Songbird's a little cafe that's been around for decades. But nowadays it seems like it runs on nostalgia. Alright, let's see. Anyway, you guys have been relatively quiet tonight. So I'm not hearing much feedback. But anybody who watches this any other time, you can let me know in the comments at any time if you're interested at all. Or we can just go back to... you guys watching me mess around with Pleasant View and Sim York, which, you know, I'm doing anyway on my off time. If you haven't seen it, there is a new video up for Tipsy Mommy Shark. Okay, this was once an old elementary school, but it's shut down. Let's see. I think it said you can have some rocking muscles. This must be a... gym. Yep, there you go. Gym and indoor pool. So cute. I like that elementary school style. That's very nice. That's a neat idea that, you know, you kind of got your elementary school and it's the gym. I always like when you add that kind of stuff to your builds. I often will put either like a school or a town center or something. I've got the wrong mouse in my hand. The concert hall. It provided shelter during the flood. It became the town hall. Sought after venue for live music and ballet. If it's not your thing, you can indulge in delectable dishes at the Kashmir restaurant. Okay, so must have a restaurant and concert hall. Yeah, so usually I have a town hall in my town. I need to build one of those for our Pleasant View. This is cute. Music hall. So that's cute. Very cute. I can see the staggering. Oh, I like how the back they've got the tables. Oh, look how they did this. Okay, so here's the bar. Here's some restaurant area. Cute. Here's your station. Okay, and then down here it looks like the coat rack. Here you can, you know, have a buffet. Cute. Cute, cute. I like it. I like how they did this around the statue. Very cute. Yeah, I like it. That's cute. Okay. I'm glad people survived there during the flood. The flood that we knew the old people. Never trust the elderly. It's worse than Fido. Alright, so we went all the way around there. That's for sale. That's for sale. I don't think there's much else. I think these other places are for sale or for rent. Yeah, I think we're pretty much... Oh, the oil. Just an old gas station that suffers from lack of clients, since the only people using it... Somebody's calling me. Since the only people using it are a few locals who stop by out of habit. Most people prefer to go elsewhere. All right, they put in additives in their oil. Oh, check this out. I love old gas stations. Like when you do an old gas station. That was great how they did this. Oh, wow. Look at that little car. Okay. Great stuff. I like the dog kennel in the back. Somebody should totally own this and have like a junkyard dog that they stick back there. Fantastic. Love it. It's so awful. That's great. Great stuff. Yep, good one. Okay, I think... Oh, the maze. Who doesn't enjoy meandering through bushes closely planted that you can feel claustrophobic? All right, let's go see about the claustrophobic maze. I hate a maze, just so everybody knows. So, this is like, yeah, why would you even bother? Okay, so what's in our maze? I mean, I think this is great if the vampires know and, you know, they want to eat you. Like, bring them all to the dead and then we can snack. But otherwise, this isn't fun. Like, I don't know if there's like little kids stuff in there because I think like fun for the kids. No. No. The maze is not going to be my thing. I don't know if you... He goes, no, meow. I don't want a maze either. I want you to shut up and come and cuddle with me. All right, I think that was it here. This is a nice, huge map, and if you have the camera mod, you can see it all over. So you can see we did it. We went everywhere. Up the monument. Welcome to the memorial site dedicated to the victims that had struck Jasper Heights over 50 years ago. A small piece of land that serves as a reminder for the tragic consequences. We have to do that. Did you want to say something to the viewers? Yes! Really? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so here is the monument. There's nothing here except the monument. Okay, and you can... He needs... All right, I'm getting off and you can have your food. Oh, he's so cute. All right, wait, he needs a treat. I'm sorry, people. He's doing his tricks. All right, come on, come over here. Jump. Jump. He gets whatever he wants. I'm sorry. He was like, it's about 7 o'clock and you're finished. Okay, well, here we are at the monument for Jasper Heights that is here because everybody died. Half the town died. And I hope you enjoyed Jasper Heights today. I don't know if we really figured out who did it, but everybody in this town is freaking screwed up. I just want you all to know that. And it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we did this. I want to wish you all happy gaming. Let me know in the comments at some point if you would like to do more of this, maybe a different one, or we can just go back to building, unless you'd like me to come here and we'll mess around. I thank you again, and I'll see you soon. Happy simming, and bye-bye. Try not to die.
Try not to die.
Come on, you want pate? Come on. Yeah, I'm hungry. What'd you think?
I liked it.
Was it too much like reading and Who Done It for Sims?
Yeah. I thought it was very entertaining. Though I liked when you killed the entire thing.
I didn't mean to do it.
Sure. That is what you say in your comment.
I let the fireplace on. Were you happy?
So far, it is the fastest computer I've ever touched in my life. It takes motherboard and SSD. But I do have a hilarious gamer innuendo tonight today. Word gamer. It's not word boy, but word is boy. Thought that was pretty great.
Mom, you still have your mic on.
I was gonna get off anyway, so I could listen to church, but I just thought it was cute. He's like, I'm hungry.
Mom, your mic's still on.
Come on. Hmm?
Your mic is still on.
Okay.